Good evening and welcome to the Irish column. Yeah, we said we do. It was at Ireland Live, so we said we'd go with the Irish column. And yeah, good show tonight. Now we have a bit of stuff to go through, and I'll actually be joined by Fergus Power and Martin O'Brien, who is the father of Ava O'Brien, who sadly lost her life 3 years ago today. It's her anniversary. She would have been, I think, 17. But yeah, I'll talk to. We'll be talking to them now in a while. So yeah, please God, we can. I don't know whether we'll be asking questions. Not we could, but we'll see what happens. I'd like to see what Martin has to say. You know what I mean? I've only met him briefly, but I'd like to hear what the man has to say, because I'd say he's heartbroken. But I'd say they'll be on about 9:30. I'd say. So yeah, we'll just get the viewers up there, whatever. Orla is telling me there she's looking for the link. Did I not say? I sent you the link, Orla. Sent you the link at 2040. Have a look. Yeah, I sent it to you. I'll just pull that down there. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna put. Let's put out the banners there. You can get us on WhatsApp. I still have loads of messages in WhatsApp. I've been very busy for it during the week, so you can get us on WhatsApp on 0892031521. You can also watch us live and comment on X at FitzyDub, at Anthony L. Casey, at Rugamorph27, or in Force 23, and on YouTube at Irish Column, and at Dean Lahira on Facebook, Paul Simons. And you can get us on the web at www.theirishchannel.com/live. Thank you very much for that. Let's go through a few comments here. Hi to all. Hi, everyone. How are you? How's everyone? I have Ferg here now. How are you doing, brother? All right. I wasn't expecting you on so early, but hey, listen, here you are. What's the story?
I'll jump back out if you want.
No, Jesus, no, stay in here. Sure, all it'll be in now in a minute.
Nah, but
yeah, no, it was sad today. I listened to you talking there today, and yeah, it was, Jesus, it's sad, isn't it? But you're right to keep going on about the excess deaths and all, Ferg. There's not many of us saying it, you know what I mean? So it needs to keep getting out, you know.
that's what I said today, Paul. There's enough people speaking about all the immigrant crime. Everyone's talking the same thing, but that in my eyes, they're doing the government's work here, lads. You know what I mean? They're actually doing the government's work by not exposing that and keep going on about it and keep going at them.
Yeah, I'm sick talking about it. I'm not saying I'm sick talking about it, but I'm always talking about it. You know what I mean? And people are saying to me, "Oh, you just let it go, man. Let it go." Like, it can't be let go. I'm sorry, it just cannot be let go. These people have committed crimes here, like, you know what I mean? They knew this was dangerous and they still rolled this out, like, you know, it beggars belief, like, you know, and how short a memory people have, you know. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, going, oh, it's okay. I'm okay, Jack. Fuck you. That's the way it is. Like, that's the mentality here, you know, the sort of way.
But they've thrown distraction after distraction, lads, like Ukraine, all the other bollocks and wars. It's all distractions just to keep people off the whole excess mortality and going after them after that. Like, this is democide, like, it's medical slaughter, and people just want to get on with it and go. No, not a hope that these are all brought to task.
No. We know, Ferg. We know. And he's frozen. How long are we on?
Realistically, come on. Yeah. Listen, hey,
where's Matt Murphy?
People probably don't want this. People probably don't want this going out, you know, that sort of way. So I can't wait to hear what Martin has to say. And I know, like, Jesus, I'll be sad listening to it, you know what I mean? Because I have a 13-year-old daughter now at the minute, you know, and it's, Jesus, if that happened to her, I'd be, you know, I just don't know, you know what I mean? As I said, you know.
Yeah.
Now let's see if Paul can get it up. Hey, Ferg. No, we're not doing.
I am never going to live this down, ever.
No. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, look, I'm doing it on Facebook as well. I'm putting up about the excess deaths and stuff like that. Now, I have to say now, a couple of my posts have gotten quite good shares over it. So, look, all we can do is just try and get the word out, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Like, come here, even the last week, lads, I'm at having a week of it. I'm not joking it. With funerals, What you call it, anniversaries, bleeding, the whole lot, deaths and all, and that's out. Look, I was at a funeral there yesterday. The young that now the last few years, she's only a young mother, grandmother. And same thing again, she knew, it's a friend of mine around here, it's his cousin, and her name's Amanda. And after she got that job, she knew straight away, Paul, she wasn't right. She said it to him, said, I've never been right since I got it. And I feel like there's something wrong inside, there's something not right inside me. And she dropped out of a heart attack there, only in her 40s to the day. One of our grandchildren found her. Absolutely disgraceful. All distraught down at that church yesterday morning. All of our children, young children, and very young grandchildren, and all absolutely in bits over that. It's fucking disgraceful, lads.
I know. I actually heard somebody told me the other day that a 15-year-old was is in palliative care with cancer. 15 years old, and I said, when were they diagnosed? A year ago. Now, obviously, this person is not going to know anything, but what, a year ago, a 15-year-old? That's not normal.
No, but they're trying to normalise it with their advertisements and the telly. Young ones and young ones hitting the deck now with heart attacks on pitches and all. It's an absolute disgrace, it really is.
It's a joke. But see, there's probably so many people out there as well, Ferg, that are just, it's like they're hiding under the covers and they're afraid. But like, what are we supposed to do? If we don't call it out, who's going to call it out? It's not going to be Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael or Sinn Féin or any of the rest of them.
Yeah, exactly.
None of them are.
Come here, Barry's busy there at about 9:30, but he said he'd jump on later on for the chat and come in and have a chat anyway.
Brilliant. Yes, brilliant. Lovely. I was only talking to him yesterday. But there wasn't a bad turnout today, was there? I seen a couple of videos today. There was a few there. But again, as you said, politicians aren't going to talk about this. But even guys on our side aren't even talking about this. This is what's annoying me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of guys that ran in elections here and done everything else in elections for the nationalist movement. None of them talking about it. Why? I don't know why. Is it because of a political career, or is it because of they'll be shunned if they say this? The truth is the truth. Like, the documentation is there now. It's been proven to do damage and do everything, and heart attacks and strokes and turbo cancers. Like, it's irrefutable now. You know what I mean? Like, it's there, yet people still won't accept it. You know what I mean? It's okay. Go on, don't worry about it. You know, it's I just hope I just wish more people were talking about it. Like, you know what I mean? These TDs need to be held to account, especially that little rat, that Harris, and that other little, what was his name? That little baldy fella, the Mancunian candidate.
Donnelly.
Stephen
Donnelly,
exactly.
Yeah.
And
the whole lot of them.
What you call him? Dr. Death, and you had Luke O'Neill. Like, do you know what I mean? These all need to be held accountable. You see, if they admit anything or they own up to anything, they have to take accountability.
Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly it. Yeah. If they say something's wrong, they have to fix it. You know what I mean? Or they have to pay out, they have to compensate, or they have to. I can see this coming. I'm being honest with you. I can see this coming.
Paulo, it's definitely coming. Come here. It's definitely coming. With what's happening over in America, it's breaking out all over the place now. And it's only going to go one way. I think down the road, it's going to be massive class action lawsuits worldwide. And it's going to absolutely bankrupt that fucking big pharma.
Yeah.
And after that, every one of these that's involved need to be fucking dragged to a jail, put in there, held there to get a, a judge and jury of we the people's choice. And then after that, there's only one answer to this. There's only one fucking answer to it, and that's public hangings, right, for what they've done. Simple as that.
Yeah.
No other deterrent to do. If you don't do that, they're going to do it again and fucking again. So that's the only way out of this.
This Linda Roisin O'Riordan there just said, I wish the bigger platforms on X, so-called patriots, would call it out. So would we. You know what I mean? So would we. I'm being honest with you. We do call it out. We do all the time. But as you said, the big lads, no, why don't they do it? You know what I mean? Because
they're afraid of their engagement going down and not getting that clicks and that likes and that few bob off Twitter. That's why. That's fucking why.
Yeah.
That's the casting about. You claim to love Earth and you claim to love our people and you want the best for us. Why aren't you going after the murdering bastards at the slaughtering fucking over 25,000 of our people and leaving countless of them without any sort of life whatsoever? It's all money and fucking clicks and likes with these people, and he's sick of me. Absolutely sick of me.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Right, listen to me. Martin is just trying to get in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to play Ava's video, because Ava is her anniversary today, isn't it? She's 3 years past this today, isn't it? She would have been 17 when in March.
10th of March, she should have turned 17, yeah.
She's only 14. Jesus, what a waste.
Yeah, my daughter's 14 at the moment.
Oh, what a waste. Is this one?
Down to paradise, at least it's not for me. If the wind is right, you can sail away and find tranquility. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me, it's not far to never bad. Reason to pretend. Wind is right, you can find the joy, the innocence again. Oh, the canvas can do miracles. Just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away everywhere. There's such a stretch of imagination.
Oh man, that just gets you, doesn't it? It's just so sad. It's just so sad. Martin must be having trouble getting in there. He mustn't have allowed his camera and his mic. I'd have his mic there, but I'm not seeing the camera. He mustn't have allowed the camera. If you can text him there, tell him to go out and come back in, Frank. Kick him. Will I kick him? No, I don't want to kick him just in case he can't get back in. So no. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. I have him. Hang on, I'll bring him up. Hello, Martin. How are you?
Hi, Martin.
How are you doing?
It's good.
I was doing better till you played that video.
No, I'm the same. I
was all ready to rock. I was ready to rock, and then you played that video. You knocked me. But yeah, I'm all good. Thanks for having me on.
I know. You're more than welcome. I met you briefly once. I've never really spoke to you that much, but fair tells me great things. You're a great man and everything else. But like what happened here, Martin? You know what I mean? Like she was only 14, was she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, 14. Yeah. So look, basically, I mean, we say what happened. We all know what happened. I mean, getting anyone else to back you on that or admit what happened is the problem, you know. But yeah, they've got a COVID Pfizer vaccination, and her health deteriorated within days. Massive abdominal pain, days, scans, and yeah, within after the scans, there was difficulty getting the scans because, of course, you were turned away from the hospital. You know, the hospitals didn't want to see you because there was a pandemic and there was COVID and they were dealing with cases, and so she was sent away, and the child was in pain. So her mother took her again, and she wasn't one for complaining, you know, and she was in massive pain. So her mother took her went over to the Beacon and Dundrum. And they done it. We paid private, just went private, and he said get to the hospital with her quick, you know. And it turned out to be, they diagnosed her with cancer, we knew it was cancer, but it turned out that we didn't actually find out till after the Christmas, about 2 months, about would have been probably about 4 to 6 weeks later before they actually found out what type of cancer it was. It was that rare. So our tumor, we took the tumor out on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, if I remember right, and it had to be sent to 4 or 5 countries. I'd never seen it before, and we found out it was small cell carcinoma of the ovaries. So she'd ovary removed, 2.2 kilo tumor taken out of her, and then they said, "Look, this isn't good." Prognosis, I think, was 10 to 15%, and that was the start of it. Yeah, that was the start of 2000, and that was the January 2022, and she was dead by September this day 3 years ago.
God.
So it was aggressive, and yeah, she didn't really have a chance. If I could turn back the clock, I mean, I looked into it so much now, and I studied. Me personally, I would have went into battle for not having chemo. I never would have let her go down the chemo road, you know. But they came out with a big plan and the chemo, and we're going to try this and that, and I just watched her get poisoned to death, really, you know. And then they all just shrug their shoulders at you and say, "I'm sorry." That's it. Sorry, you know. There's nowhere to turn to then, you know. No one to, no one from the government, no one from the health, no one that can help you. You know, it's just that's it. It's over. Shrugged their shoulders. We tried. You
But
know.
we've seen this coming out of America, Martin, for the last couple of years. Like, you know what I mean? I've been watching this. Dr. Ryan Cole has been saying this, especially in young kids, aggressive cancers and tumors. You know what I mean? Turbo cancers, and nobody listened. Like these guys were the best doctors in the world before COVID, and now all of a sudden they're all conspiracy theorists. You know what I mean? How does that happen?
Yeah.
You know, unless it's a
But
big
sure,
cover up. You know what I mean?
if you just use your common sense, I mean, I went to school in the 80s and 90s, and I think in all my years, I think I remember maybe hearing of one child having cancer. One child, maybe. It was so. I mean, that was something. Wasn't it something that our elderly got? You know.
Yeah.
Or it was something that a heavy smoker got. Now that ward down there in Crumlin, I tell you something. It's absolutely packed with kids. Packed.
Oh God.
It's packed. You know, that's one of the, you know, if you want to test your metal as a person, that's one of the hardest places to go. John's Ward, Crumlin Hospital, it's, oh, Jesus, son, it's a tough place to go to, you know, see all them children. But it's, yeah, it's full of kids now. And the staff are saying it, they're saying it off the record, the people I know, and they're saying, Jesus, there's kids coming in here like they've never seen before. You know?
But there's so many doctors, Martin, now, especially over in America, that are coming out and they're saying it with these terrible cancers, you know, and they try to warn people, but nobody would listen. They were shut down. They were called conspiracy theorists. Look at our own doctors here, like Dr. Marcus de Bruin and Billy Ralph and, you know, Jerry Waters and all the rest of them, like, you know, and again, like that, all shut down, threatened with their jobs. Remember Dr. Martin Feeney? He died there recently. Like, he was an older man. He tried to speak out as well. And it's amazing over on X, we've spoken about this a couple of times, where there's a Dr. William Mackus. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. And he's treating an awful lot of cancer patients now with ivermectin. And he's finding fantastic results. And remember, they tried to ban ivermectin.
Yeah.
We know now why.
You were laughed at for using it, yeah?
Yeah. Because it was a horse paste, which is rubbish.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine actually taking it now. And he gets it off the vet. Yeah, it's for animals, like, you know what I mean? And he's taking it and he feels great.
It's for human use as well. It's been around since the 1980s. But it's just amazing when you look at the studies now. Yes, it's still trials and all that, but he's over an ex, Dr. William Mackus. But it's amazing the results he is seeing. You know. Did
you contact anyone about this, or did you get on to anyone, TD wise?
Yeah, they got on to. I wrote to Stephen Donnelly at the time, and his office just sent me back nearly like a generic email saying everybody had a choice. Who you got the vaccine, it was your choice, and
no way.
Oh, do you mean
that's what you got back?
Yeah, I actually, do you know what, Fergal? I meant to say this to you yesterday. I'll have to ask, because I sent that email to Philip Dwyer at the time, and I hope he still has it, because I was trying to find it in my new phone and I couldn't. But I want to see how cold the email was.
Oh my
Just
God.
cold. And it stated in it that everybody had a choice. You all had your choice. You took it at your own choice, and they'd no responsibility over any adverse reactions. Or I went down looking for them. I went down to Greystones by myself in the car looking for Donnelly. I went down. I went to his office, and it's gone. And there was a woman in the village, and I was walking around, and I was looking on the maps, and it was showing it was this location. And she said, "Oh, I said to him, do you know where his office is?" She said, "Oh, he closed it." And she was a bit standoffish with me, local woman. And she said, "Oh, he closed it." And I said, why would he close his office?" She goes, "Sure, he didn't need one." I says, "Yeah."
Yeah, he didn't
It's
need
just,
one.
it was all starting to make sense very fast.
But you
The
know what's so
a
weird?
minister for health coming out of a pandemic closing his office.
Yeah. But you know what's so frustrating though, Martin, is there was never any proper informed consent. And I speak about this all the time. I guarantee you, when you went in to get those shots for Ava, you would never have been told, oh, by the way, this can cause cancer.
Yeah.
People weren't told.
Sure. No. And I mean, she took it because she got it. I never got it, but Ava got it. I was in Australia. I'm based in Australia, back at the moment. But Ava was here with her mother, and she felt pressure from the school and from everything else, from the radio and
Everywhere.
And I was looking back on it, and when Farad Card addressed the nation on St. Patrick's Day, 2020. That was the first time. It's nearly creepy if you look back on it now in a way. When you look back on that speech now, that was the first time he mentioned the children. He mentioned the children in that speech, and he said, you're gonna have a role to play. You're gonna have to do what the parents say, blah blah blah. And of course he went through the other stuff, of the flatten the curve. And he started with the speech, and he said, and this is my problem now, I want accountability. That's why I'm bringing up these people, He said at the start, he said, I know you all want an answer. He said, the fact is there is no answer. We have no answer. Yet he continued to be very, very clear in saying, this is the calm before the storm, and it will come. There was his exact words. So a minute ago, you didn't know what was going to happen. Now you told us this is what's going to happen. And he told the children, you'll have your role to play, whether he meant vaccines and, So it was like, they called it unprecedented times. It was only unprecedented for us normal people.
Yeah.
He knew it was coming because he was a WEF young leader. To think 2015.
Yeah.
He got it. Jacinda Ardern was another young leader. Emmanuel Macron in France. All these guys were shuffled into position. They were put in their places.
Trudeau.
Trudeau was another one, yeah. And you look at them, there's some of they ran some of the hardest campaigns them. I mean, Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand, she showed her real true colour. She was an animal, to her people.
Yeah.
But they were all.
I saw it in
go
school.
ahead.
My daughter is 14, and just watching that video, especially when she was doing the TikToks, that's what my daughter does as well. It's just absolutely heartbreaking. But she was the only one. Now there was one other child I'm not sure of. Right now in her class, this is in national school. At the time, there was 14 in her class. There was one boy and herself. There's another child I'm not sure about. Were the only ones that didn't get the shots. And she would tell you, that she was under pressure. Now, look, she was supported by us and all that because none of us got them, so it was fine. But I understand that children felt under pressure because all their friends were getting them and they were all getting this pat in the back. Aren't you great? Aren't you wonderful? And then for the ones who weren't getting it, they nearly felt, oh my God, am I doing something wrong? And the teachers were at it as well.
What should I mean? If you look at it, the adults in the country, they were going around patting each other on the back.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, telling each other how many boosters they got. It turned into a pack of bleeding lunatics,
I asked my partner at the time, she's no longer my partner now, obviously, but not to get vaccinated. I sat her down and I said, listen, I said, just don't. Let's see how this plays out. I said, give it 6 months. You know what I mean? I said, let's see how it plays out. And she couldn't wait to get home to show me a little badge. And I'm not messing. I couldn't believe it. And that was sort of the demise of everything, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was horrible. Because I knew, you know what I mean? I knew. She used to tell me, oh, you're over in America all the time. Because I used to be out, like I had like a work area out the back, like, you know, like a studio. And I'd be out there at 3 o'clock in the morning doing the websites and doing whatever I had to do, you know what I mean? And she'd say, oh, your head's in America, you're Trump this, you're Trump that, you're... But I wasn't. I was watching all of these all these doctors talking and coming out, and it was crazy. If you had to just if you had to just done a little bit more investigation, people, we wouldn't be in this predicament. You know what I mean? We really wouldn't, you know? I'm not saying you, Martin, but I'm saying other people with vaccines. You know what I mean? They all just took it willy-nilly.
The mainstream media had a fucking hell of a lot to answer for and all this. They ran the psyop, they ran all the fear-mongering, the whole lot. They're responsible big time for all this as well, and they need also to be brought to fucking task. Because they're a major fucking player in all this, the whole lot of them. But even that scumbag...
They're the same thing, Ferg, really. They're all hand in glove, the government and the media, you know.
Yeah.
They're the same. I look at them as the same thing. I don't see much of a difference in them, you know.
There's not.
No.
There's not.
They're just the media wing of the government.
That's it. 750 million gets you the media wing of the government. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it pays for.
I mean, the likes of Pat Kenny, that Luke O'Neill. I mean, these guys, what they done was so dangerous. So it's now, I mean, the vaccine companies are admitting that it didn't work and there was a lot of bullshit to it, but they're still pushing the same story. That's how dangerous they are. You know, I mean, and they're still there.
Yeah.
He did a video.
Sorry, Pat, go on.
Sorry, go on, Vic. Go on, no, you go on.
I was just saying, even with all the data there, the whole lot, and they were still, that RTE still advertising that as safe and effective for pregnant women. They're absolutely fucking evil. There's not a word that is in the world that can describe the level of evil that they're capable of.
You see, Ferg, they're not putting it out there. Like, look at there recently. We spoke about this on the show, right? Moderna, which is the same as Pfizer, right? Because there's mRNA in it, came out that another side effect was psychosis. I'm sorry, what? Psychosis is a side effect. Where's that on the news? Like, that's not a pain in your arm. But yet that's all swept under the carpet. Shh, let's not say anything. Like, dear God of Almighty. And like every week there's nearly another side effect. I mean, I'd say it's like a phone book now with the amount of them that's coming out.
Yeah. But like, let's be honest. They put out them 9 pages in 2022. Like, they told you what the side effects were from this. It was published, and people didn't bother going and reading it. You know what I mean? Like, we were pushing it out. I'm pushing it out since then. You know what I mean? I've emailed people with it and sent it to them, and it's like, so you're still mad, Fitzy. You know what I mean? You're mental. You know what I mean? To be believing this. You know what I mean? But like, here we have a man who has lived through this. You know what I mean? And we know umpteen people. I do, and anyway, I was talking to a guy today, and 2 of his friends, or 2 of his dad's friends, had died in the last couple of days. They were at 2 funerals. Only young, 47, 48, cancer. All cancer. It's just gone really ridiculous now that this is not being called out. Something has to be done about this. And the excess deaths as well. There's, 25,000, do you reckon? Fair.
Yeah.
They reckon up to 28,000 now.
Yeah.
But there's no proper reporting system. Look at the VAERS reporting system over in America. They reckon that's only 1%. There's no proper reporting system because a lot of people are not reporting what's happened to them. Look at the family of Roy Butler. Like, that really stuck to me because he was in and around the age of my son when he died. And that was a direct, that came from, what did he get? The Johnson & Johnson one. He ended up with a blood clot within a couple of days and he died. All because he wanted to go on holidays. A fit and healthy young man again. And then they tried to deny what happened to him.
Yeah, I'm just reading there from Linda Roisin. My mother was pressured into getting it by her doctor, or he would stop her medication for anxiety. She was on for 30 years. Mom died July 2022.
My God.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it? It really is. Sorry to hear that one.
Linda's an absolute diamond, by the way. She's not, no messing. She's a true patriot. That woman, that's a very, very good friend of mine that I met along the way. She's absolutely staunch. Love the bits. Come here. There's other, like, there's two youngsters around my way. One of them took it just to go on. Sorry, the both of them took it to go on holidays, right? And one of them now has terminal cancer. He hasn't got long left, and he's only a young fella. And then another young fella, he was away on holiday. He had to take that to go on holiday. When he was over there, he wasn't feeling well. So he got on the plane to go back home early. And when they were on that plane, what came out of that young fella I heard was that it's stuff of fucking nightmares, lads. Just started blood pumping out of his nose, his mouth, everywhere. Another young fella gone just for taking that fucking poison. Like, it's disgraceful.
Someone's just saying that
You see,
no
it's doing
vax for
damage
newcomers.
to the organs. Like it's causing bleeding inside as well, because it's causing inflammation in the organs as well.
Yeah.
And that's what, but again, you wouldn't have been told that going in. All people were told, oh, you might have a sore arm and headache. I bet you that's all people were told. It's disgraceful.
Yeah, you went off there for a second. Or I went off. I don't know what happened there.
And Martin, how are you all doing?
Sure, look, as you'd expect, you know. It's life will never be the same, you know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
We have a son that keeps us going, and that's it, you know. But it's just about, for me, it's just about accountability now.
It is
about stop getting the door slammed in my face. It's not going to be for nothing. I'll never get her back, but you know, so someone's going to have to pay. You know what I mean?
I think more people need to be stepping this, Martin. I'm being honest with you. More people do. And it's only going to be nationalists that's going to step up to this, because none of the other political parties or anyone else, Sinn Féin or any of them, are not going to help you.
Sure, they're
not going to go against this, you know. So we're appealing to the nationalists.
There's none of the major parties. Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
But they were promoting it. That's why, Martin. You know.
Yeah.
But by what you're doing, you could be changing lives. You know, making parents think, well, okay, maybe their child got 1 or 2 shots, they're getting no more. Do you know, by you speaking out?
This is what we. This is what we'd be saying. You know, it's just about raising awareness now. I mean, you can't turn back the clock, but you can make someone think twice.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had a lot of friends who were straight out and honest with me and told me, I don't agree with you, but after like done a few videos and they start thinking about it, and they came to me months later and they said, you know, I know I know, like I know what you mean, and you know, it just makes sense, and it can't be not that, you know. And now I've got people coming to me saying, what do I do? How do I avoid any vaccinations with my kids? And I'm telling them, geez, I don't know. Like, I mean, because where I'm based in Australia, if you get a government subsidy to put your kid in a creche for the childhood vaccinations, but if you don't vaccinate them, you don't get the subsidy, and you nearly can't afford the childcare.
Yeah.
So they have you by their neck. Yeah. So I've had people coming to me saying, "How do you get around it?" And I said, "Look, I don't know, you know, but there's no experts out there for them to go to.
Yeah,
it's either you get your 9 needles, you get the 9 needles for the kid, or you're not getting the subsidy, and then you have to think about staying at home, one of the parents, because it's just out of reach. That's the way they have you. You know, that's the type of stranglehold. So it's not going to be something easy to get around. You know, whether it's any type of vaccination, you know, it's you're being pressured into it.
There's another one, the HPV for the girls, and I know boys can get it as well. Like, there's serious side effects to that, and I've seen side effects in why does boys need it in Australia? And I stopped my daughter from getting it. I didn't allow her to get it, and to make sure she didn't get it, I kept her out of school for 2 days. That there was no incident that anything might accidentally be done. So for her safety, I kept her out.
Yeah.
I don't
know the answer, but there has to be somewhere. There has to be somewhere to go. You know, like I think the work that Barry Stone does it's just phenomenal. Wake Up Early. I mean, it just popped up, I think, on Instagram. Then that's how I got to meet the lads and all. It just popped up, and I just went down to Rings End one day, and I think my daughter was only 3 months past maybe, and I just went down to Pfizer, you know, and just to see what this thing was about, and got talking to Barry and Ferg and everyone, and then I realised, like, I mean, you know, we need someone with his brain. I mean, someone, and I don't know, get the funding behind them and just get them heard, you know.
And Martin, is like, do you have a solicitor or a barrister or anybody helping you to take a case against the government?
No, I did look. I tried looking into one or two things. All I hit was walls.
See, nobody
You know,
wants to take it on, Martin. That's the thing.
It's no one wants to touch it. It's only this. It's fellas like yourselves. It's someone who's willing to do a bit of independent journalism. Is the only people who listen to you. Everyone else just, you know, sneers, laughs at you, or puts it in the too hard basket. You know.
Yeah.
Did you try, like we'll say, Lawyers for Justice? Did you try them? They're up in Donegal. They speak
No,
out
I've never
about
heard of them. No.
I'll send on the details and I'll give you a name
Yeah,
of a solicitor who's part of it, and they're absolutely brilliant. So they are, and they're fully awake to what's going on.
Well, you look at what happened with the Butler family. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get much more black and white than that, and you look at how they were treated. You know.
Yeah.
But still, Martin,
I'm not saying it would discourage me, but that's what you're up against. There's no way in legally. There's no mechanism there. There's no route for you. You know, so it becomes difficult. That's the way they have it. They have it pretty tight.
And it's just
you know?
sickening. Like, it's absolutely sickening for them to get away. Do you know what I mean? And they know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
Well, they tie you up in courts as well, and you're paying this, that, and the other, and then they hit you for costs if you lose this, and they try and discourage you as well. You know, that's what they do. They use the legal system around everything. You know what I mean?
It's a big machine you're fighting. You know what I mean? It's
yeah. Well, the pharmaceutical industry is worth, what is it? It's $6 trillion a year or $5 trillion a year or something like that. That's ridiculous sort of money. Like, you know what I mean? That's them all combined.
There's no money in healthy people.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they cure you, they no longer have a customer. You know what I mean? That's the way it is, isn't it? You know. But the way this cancer has spread, it's just gone.
Crazy.
People have to be looking into this now. Our own doctors need to be calling this out now. You know what I mean? They need to be saying, listen, there's young kids dying of cancer. There's young kids dying of heart attacks. You know, how many young GAA kids have died in the last 6 months, say? Probably 4 or 5. Like that should be on the news. That should be on RTE. Everyone should be hearing about that. You know what I mean? There's something going on here. You know what I mean? And no, just brush it under the carpet. And someone just said there, sure, all the celebrities were in on this. They all pushed it. I'm going to be honest with you. The one who I think deserves, Luke O'Neill is one, but your man, that Joe, what was his name, the Cork fella, the night he came on the telly on RTE and gave his little speech about how people were killing their grannies and this, that, and the other, I'm going to be honest with you, it nearly converted
Joe
me.
Duffy, is it?
I mean? Was it Joe? No. Yeah, him. Is it Joe O'Shea? No, Joe O'Shea.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, something like that. Little scumbag. And I only seen it again a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, you little bastard, you got a lot of people vaccinated. You know what I mean? But listen, people wouldn't listen.
But it's about as well. We can't let them forget. You know, you've seen a lot of them go out of public life, and they're coming back in now. I mean, like for Radcar, he snaked off there when the damage was done. Now he comes back. There's six-figure book deal. And he's talking about, he wants everyone to feel sorry for him. He's saying the other day in an interview, talking about when he had to come out as gay, and he wants us all to feel sorry for him. It's like it's about forgetting about what he done. I was looking at that Michael Ryan in an interview, the WHO executive director, Irish guy, like, you know what I mean? And slave in. He was out the other day speaking out about Gaza, and of course all the Gaza crew were sharing it, saying what a legend he is, forgetting about what he done. He pushed the pandemic. He was in charge of the WHO. He pushed the vaccines. But now he comes out and jumps on the Gaza bandwagon, and they're all saying what a top bloke he is. We can't forget. You can't let them forget. We can't forget what they've done. You know, and feel sorry for them. You know.
Yeah, I know.
See Ryan Fogarty now back on the telly. You know, he's back on the fold now, and it's like people are just letting them away with it.
Did you contact Did you ever do an interview with any radio station by any chance?
No.
There's a radio station down in Cork. Is it Red FM? There's one of them is starting to talk about what's going on. Is it Red FM? I know there's
Red
two
FM,
down in Cork. I think it's Red FM, but one of them is starting to actually talk about what's going on.
I think they changed their tune. I think they changed their tune a bit, if I'm right. I think they used to be, anti-us, but maybe they have changed their tune, yeah.
Let me see if I just
These
check.
old
I've
toilets,
sent the solicitor's details on to Paul. He'll be able to pass them on to you. It's worth reaching out to the Martin.
I'm just going to read that there. Adele Gillick said, no doctors will ever recognise these side effects as they will be held liable, and no solicitors will take this on. However, report all vaccine injury, get a copy signed and dated. Thank you, Adele. Adele does great work as well with Wake Up Air. Fair play to her.
Yeah.
And
Adele.
Joe O'Shea, yeah, that was him. Yeah, Red FM. Yeah, hang on. What does the panel think about the jabs for babies and young children? I'm worried sick for my grandchildren. In your opinion, would you be saying not to give them any jabs?
Give them nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, aborted fetal cells and all of that. Why do little babies need that injected into them as soon as they're born? Fucking poison. They're trying to kill you as soon as they fucking come out of the womb. Like, you don't need them.
Well, you look at it. A newborn baby gets a hepatitis B injection on the day it's born.
Why?
But hepatitis B is a sexually transmitted disease unless the mother actually has Hep B. So there's no need for a child, and we don't know what sort of mercury. We know mercury is going into the child. You know, I know someone who told me only last week that she held her grandchild, and when she got vaccinated, and the child's eyes rolled for a couple of seconds, and bang, she snapped out of it. That child has autism now. You know what I mean? So it's. And she said she knew at that time something had happened. You know what I mean? So, like, I know other friends who I wouldn't be getting them vaccinated anymore now. I'm being honest, I wouldn't be for it. No way. Not with the.
No, I got my two done because you didn't know any better. You know, you didn't think.
Oh, well, mine are done, but they're not getting done anymore.
No,
sorry.
No. Yeah, but the difference, like my son is 23, right? And I think he got about 4 shots back then. That was 2002. And my daughter's 14, and I think she got about 8, if I remember
9,
correctly,
I think it is.
right?
I think it's 9.
But look at how many they're getting now. Do you know what I mean? Martin, I went to look that up on Facebook. I think it's Red FM. But there's definitely one of those radio stations in Cork that is starting to speak out about injuries. It could be worth your while reaching out to them.
Okay, yep.
Adele Gillick is saying that no vaccine are safe. There is no study available to show safety. Incredible but true. And I watched that thing in Congress last week. I don't know whether you watched the fair or not, but they tried to say that there was 673 studies done with placebos. And the doctor got up and said, I'm sorry. He said, I have to refute that. He says, out of that 673, 634 were whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they're gone. So out of the other 18, such and such was wrong. That didn't work. So they got to 1, right? They got to 1. And when he said out of that one was a child with existing things, the whole lot. So that wouldn't have counted. So out of the 673 that he said he had, they had none. There was no clinical trials on this. There was no safety trials. There was no, and that's across the board in America on childhood vaccines, on all vaccines. There is no clinical trials. There's no trials at all. Yeah. Just get signed off by CDC. And the CDC had a lot to do with what went on here as well, because everything that they went with, we went with. Europe went with. We all went with the CDC, and we've seen how corrupt Fauci has been and how he's been caught out and the whole lot. So, listen, it's not just here they need to be held accountable. It's around the world, but we'll start here. We will start here. Judy, I'll give you a buzz tomorrow. I'm just reading some of these. Lads, we're up to 700 there. Fair play. I thought we'd have got a few more for this, but doesn't matter. 700 loads, and we'll put this back out again tomorrow. So fair play to everyone who's doing it there, who's tuning in. Watch live on X, Fitzy Dub, Anthony L. Casey, Rugger Morph 27, Ireland Force 23, YouTube, Irish Column, Dealer Heron, and Paul Simons. Okay, that's that out of the way. Comments there. What are we doing? Sorry. Equally, Adele, no vaccine is effective except at poisoning people. Yes. Ferrets have a cardiovascular system, something like ours. 20 ferrets died out of 20. Yeah, I've seen all of these studies. I've done all. People told me I was mental when I was talking about these things, but now they're all out there now. There's peer-reviewed studies, peer-reviewed papers. So I'm not as crazy as people said I was, you know.
I tell you, there's an easy one to go by, right? And I tell you, Waterford was the highest uptake of that poison, and they had the highest
In the world.
mortality, right? Donegal was the lowest uptake, and Donegal has the lowest excess mortality. It's not fucking rocket science, it's democide. It's more medical murder, and y'all have to be taking the task over. That's why the day I met Martin, I'm not joking, and I'm delighted, only for the circumstances. He's like my brother. I'm not joking. He's like a brother to me. The fucking horrible circumstance they had to meet him in. But I went home that day. I absolutely broke down in front of Lordy when I heard about Ava. I fucking absolutely in tears. I've shed loads of tears for her. She's not even my daughter. And that's how close I feel to the family. And it's now that our story has affected me more. And that's why I'll never stop. I'll never ever stop till these are all brought to task.
Yeah. But it has to be done, Ferg. You know, Paul, I've just resent 3 things there for you in relation to the shots. It might be worth putting up just while we're discussing it.
And
Marcus de Bruyne is one of them as well. Look what went on in the nursing homes and the absolute scandal that went on there with all the elderly. Who's been held accountable for that?
Like at best, it's gross negligence. Like at best, even if it's not, if people have said to me, "Oh, you can't be saying it's murder," and you can't be saying, but it's got it. Like, I mean, you're in charge of looking after the people in the country, and to just run something through that's never been tested, never been tried, because you were told to by Europe, you were told they knew this was coming. You know,
yeah, I know.
The plan was in place, and they ran it through, and they just went and done what they were told, took their money, and like I said, kind of a lot of them disappeared, and now they're floating back in. You know.
Yeah.
Like nothing
Marcus
happened.
de Bruyne now is brilliant. He is really calling out over the nursing homes.
I'm going to just play this every single jab one first, right? We'll come back just for a second to talk about this because I seen this earlier.
Find out that every jab, not just the Pfizer one, every single one out there, including the one that was used in China, has 51 to 55 elements that are not supposed to be in there. You want to find out the really interesting part? All jabs have 100% chromium in them. Do you know why they pick chromium? It has a +6 oxidation state. What does that mean? It means it's a much more tunable atom when it interacts with electromagnetic radiation. Want to hear something even crazier? Chromium isn't found in every single drug that Big Pharma makes. Did you know that? So you got these high atomic elements with non-native EMF, and it's always associated with these unusual diseases that humans are getting. This is the collateral effects of the bioweapons program. But it turns out, what DARPA finds out, is that the people that have the darkest skin are difficult to control.
Okay. That he's talking about bioweapons there. And a lot of people are talking about this as bioweapons, aren't they? You know? Like how many people have died? Like, is it 17 million they reckon in the States have died from these vaccines? That's what they reckon. You know? I'm going to play this.
Reckoned over 20 million. That was a couple of months ago worldwide. But again, that isn't accurate. They reckon it's far more because there's no proper reporting system.
So many people are left with no quality of life with the adverse reactions as well. Like,
exactly.
Shocking.
Yeah.
There was one study I was looking at there a couple of weeks ago, and it said if you took it at the age of 35, you wouldn't. They didn't expect you to live much longer than 55.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. So there's ticking time bombs inside a lot of people. They feel fine. They tell you, "Well, I got it. I'm all right." We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna see over the next 15 years now.
Yeah. I'd say the next couple of years, because I'll be honest with you, it was it was Dolores Cal that sort of put me off it. You know what I mean? She sort of, like, from listening to her early on, you know what I mean? She was talking about it, and she was saying 5 years, that within 5 years we would see excess deaths and the whole lot. And here we are. You know what I mean? And how many people do you know? Like, how many people do you know in the last 3 weeks that has died? Like, I know 3 people in the last 3 weeks that has died, and 2 of them have been a cancer and 1 was a heart attack. Young enough people, 45, 50, you know what I mean? 1 woman and 2 men. You know what I mean? That's me. Like, do you know anyone who died early in the last 3 weeks?
Yes.
There you go. Fair.
I
You're probably the
personally
same. You
knew them.
did. You only just said it.
Yeah.
And Martin, like, that's 4 of us here probably know 12 people that have died in the last 3 or 4 weeks. You know, that is the pandemic. That is what should be on the television. You know what I mean?
And look at
we'll
all
get
the
shut
people as
down for
well.
talking about it, you know?
Yeah, and look at all the people as well that have Alzheimer's and dementia. Like, we're all probably in and around the same age. Like, if somebody asked you a few years ago, how many people do you know with Alzheimer's or dementia? You'd probably say 1, maybe. You ask now, you're nearly going on to your second hand to count. That's not normal.
How many kids did you know in school that had a peanut allergy or had allergies to anything?
Lucky if 1.
I knew none. But I did know a young fella who died of cancer, leukemia, or whatever it was at the time. Yeah, I did know a young fella. And, like, that's the only young fella I knew. And I don't remember anyone else in my brother's classes or anything like that ever dying like that, or ever, you know. Now it's a common occurrence, like, you know what I mean? It's happening a couple of times a week. And it's just, as you said, Fergus, they're normalizing this now. Showing your kids, and defibrillators going out. You know, that's not normal. You know what I mean? It's not. It's crazy. What's this Marcus de Bruin you're to sending me there?
Marcus, and then there's 2 screenshots underneath it as well I sent you.
De Bruin.
Marcus de Bruin's in relation to the nursing homes.
Okay.
Paul, will you send Barry that link as well? Just in case, I don't know, I can't remember who sent it to him or not, me.
Okay, hang on. And Barry. Have we Barry in here? Sure I have.
That's what people are even saying out in town today, right? When I got up and said a few words there today, when I stepped down, like, the amount of people come over and said there's absolutely fucking no one talking about it. It's disgraceful. There's only a few of you talking about it.
I know.
Not joking. All these other fuckers keeping quiet and all, and ignoring it on purpose because of that little bleed, whatever. God love you. You have to stand in front of God one day and answer to him, because you should have stuck up and spoke out about all this and not be worried about your little payday off Twitter.
Yeah. It's beggars belief. Just looking for this here. I'll go on for a bit.
But the only thing I will say, if you can call it something positive, I definitely do find that more people are admitting, you know, that something isn't right. They're never taking any more. They regret taking it, you know, compared to, we'll say, even a year ago, 2 years ago. So you can see there's definitely a change out there. I think a lot of people are waking up. You know what I mean? Especially when they see people like ourselves, like, would say some of us that didn't take the shots, and we're walking around and, like, we're not sick. You know, we're not going for scans or that and the other. You know, I think a lot of people are starting to wake up. You know,
they definitely are. Like, when I went out with Barry first on Wake Up Early, we're not joking. We got absolute dogs abuse. We got absolutely sparta. Nearly attacked. Believe how a lot of people just went. They didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But we stuck at it. And I tell you one thing now, you want to see the change in the last year and a half. Anyway,
yes,
absolutely phenomenal. People coming up here and people coming up and telling you, like, that they know. You knew it's them now that's at the doing that and the whole lot. Like, so it has. People sticking at it and still speaking up. It has made a big difference, without a doubt.
Oh, definitely. Like, I even see it with some of my friends, and they're saying, "No way, I'm taking no more." Like, I have friends that can barely walk. It done whatever damage to their legs. They can barely walk, and they were fit and healthy beforehand. And they will say it's definitely from the shots, you know. But there is, I think there's a turnaround, you know.
Yeah. I've sent that on to you there, Barry. Come in whenever you want there, mate. But yeah, Barry, I'm saying it for years. Stop eating the crap from supermarkets. Listen, if we're going to go down the rabbit hole to the fluoride in the water, there's GMO in the food. It's sure Bill Gates is trying to put vaccines into salads now and everything else. Like, he's at the point up all the farmland all over America. But for a man who loves the planet, you'd think he'd be planting trees on that, you know what I mean? But no, he's not. He just wants to control the food system. That's or the food. That's all. Food chain. I have Barry there now. Let him come up. Just I'm not seeing your camera there, Barry. Air the force. Try and convince the rest. Impossible. Yeah, Mr. Red, not taking anymore. It's too late. You took it and got a hot dose. They gave hot doses to working class and saline to the upper class. Spelling.
But then there was a lot, we've always said that, there's a lot of placebos were given out as well, but nobody knows. You know, nobody knew what they were getting.
Yeah. I'm just going to bring in Mr. Barry Stone here now. Hello, Barry. How are you? I'll just let me put up the five of us. In there.
What's that?
Put you in there. How are you, Barry? How's things?
Barry, how are you?
No.
I'm good.
Hello, can you hear me?
How are you? Yeah.
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think he's frozen.
He's not frozen.
Where's
gone off there again.
Right. Paul, I'm going to send this over to you again. Will you stick this into the comments? It's Dr. McCullough's protocol in case anyone is concerned. This is supposed to help against the spike proteins and protect the heart. Let me just find it. Will you stick it up in the comments?
Yeah, send it to me.
Right, I'm sending it over again. Here.
Come on in, Bart.
Yeah, now there you go.
Okay. Throw that in the comments there. Lads, there it is in the comments there for you. That's the McCullough protocol. So if you want to how are you, Bart? You all right?
Hello, right? How's it going, guys?
Good.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Right, I can't really hear you. Hey, Martin, how's it going? Good to see you.
How are you, Barry? Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, I can't. The screens are a little bit behind there. Look, it's good to see you, Martin. Martin came down to Pfizer to us there one Monday morning. 2 years, 8 months ago, maybe. Yeah, about 2 years, 9 months ago. And we were all crying that day, you know. I remember talking to Martin and then going over to Mars, telling Mars that the man over there is after losing his daughter. And we were all crying. So, look, here we are now, nearly 3 years later. And I don't know, it's fucking hard to fathom. It's hard to fathom. It's so fucking evil, you know. All the data that's around and all. Just like I heard you mentioning earlier, Paul, about the data. I have Pfizer's data here. This is what we made our first leaflet out of, actually. September 2022. We had the Pfizer data since May 2022. That's when it came into the public domain first, you know. And look, we had no IT experience. We were out with the boards and all. It took us a few months before we got leaflets, but we made our very first leaflet based on this data. This is the Pfizer data. And you know, there's 9 pages of side effects here at the back. And you know, it's like 1,287 side effects. Hundreds of them are catastrophic to the human body. Page 7 of this data. You can get this data, guys, on phmpt.org, document 5.3.6. You can download this document. The 9 pages of side effects are in the back. Page 7 of this document clearly states that out of 40,000 adverse reactions of special interest, there was 1,262 deaths. There was out of that 40,000, 20,000 actually were unaccounted for because the results weren't in at the time. So them deaths were actually only out of 20,000 side effects of interest. So look, they knew. It's been in the public domain since May 2022, but they knew since February 2021. That's when the FDA were taken to court by phmpt.org, and the court, they were looking to release the data. There's a little bit of misinformation that people are saying that, they wanted to hide the data for 75 years. That's not actually correct. They wanted to release the data at a rate that would have taken 75 years. I think they wanted to release like 500 pages a month. The court said, no, you got to give 55,000 pages a month. So I think it took 9 or 10 months for all the Pfizer data to come out. So the reason why this is very significant now, look, we can talk about like why weren't the nationalists calling it out and all of that, but like there's fucking no use going down that road. Now, I've been quite vocal about my disappointment in the nationalist movement over the last few years. I have to get over that now, and we all got to start. We all just got to move on. And you know, if we're all going to get bogged down with what people didn't do, we're not going to work together. You know, if we're all going to point fingers at each other and say, you should have spoke up about that earlier or not. Yeah, the nationalist movement should have been speaking up about it, but look, if they didn't. How are you guys? I'm very sorry there. I got thrown out. I don't know. Was I rabbiting on there for ages and no one could fucking hear me?
Yeah.
You just went off for a few seconds, Barry.
No, I heard you. We were listening to you, and then you went off for a couple of seconds.
Right. Okay. I don't know where I was anyway, because I can't actually. Your cameras are all a little bit slow, you know. So look at you know. We all just got to move on from it. If we're going to start talking about this now, which I'm all for it, we all got to start talking about this. This was the thing all along. Actually, guys, this Pfizer data was the thing all along. There's no point getting bogged down in what people should have been doing a few years ago. Most people are good and earnest people, and they want to do what's best for the country. Just maybe people made a wrong decision of like paying populism and just thinking that the Irish people didn't really want to know about the injections. They were probably right, by the way. It's not really about what people want to know. This was so fucking serious that we needed to be telling people whether they were going to like us or not. It's a very simple moral decision, you know, withholding information that can save people's lives.
Barry's going off there. Keeps going out. Are we all frozen now?
No, we're not good. Someone texted me there to say that they got a thing saying the show wasn't on tonight. You wonder if the dark powers that be acting the, you know what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's Barry back in again. Go on, Barry. Sorry, somebody's trying to.
Yeah. So look, at the point we're trying to make, move on. If we're going to start talking about this, there's no fucking point in saying, you should have talked about that a few years ago. Just got to forget about it. If we're going to come as this and really make a serious attempt to highlight these injuries where, you know, there wasn't actually a pandemic, guys, and we could have evidence to prove that now as well. So if we're going to come together as a unified force to try and call this out and take some serious actions that are going to act a little bit, we do all have to forget who wasn't talking about whatever a few years ago. We just got to move on from it. Just a couple of things. I was listening in here. I was working this evening, but I was listening in the background about, you know, people saying like, we got to get people to speak up about it and all that. The key to all of this is the people that took the injections, right? They're the key, right? And anyone else is just facilitating some spaces for these people to come in to talk. The people that didn't take it don't fucking matter here, right? We don't matter. We've had 4 or 5 years of being non-takers of this injection to try and come together and call out, and we failed miserably. as a collective. We have failed.
That's
I
very
exclude
bad.
the Waco Bears people from that.
Breaking up all the time. You're breaking up, Barry. It's very
Okay,
bad.
I can't do right. I can't do anything about that actually. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Can you get your phone closer to me? Because yeah, just hang on there for a second. I'll try and get, because I'm working off Katrina's internet. My phone, all my devices are getting wiped. By the way, this is when you start getting close to the establishment on this stuff, they really fuck with your stuff. I do be working on injection stuff and all that. My computer's getting wiped on a regular basis. My whole phone got wiped out last night. The screen just went black, and everything has gone off my phone now. This is what they're doing. To anyone who's hot on this subject, like, there's just a couple of things I wanted to say. We're saying like, oh, we need to get the people that took the injections to speak up. We got to stop calling them sheep. We got to stop calling them idiots. All that stuff has to stop, right? And all of that is coming from our side. The people that took the injection are not calling each other sheep and idiots. It's the people that didn't take it that are calling these people sheep and idiots. So, coming on podcasts and pointing a camera at yourself and all and saying, oh yeah, we got to do something about this and we really care. And that's not really caring at all. That's just pointing a camera at yourself. That's a little bit egotistical, like. So, taking action outside of the ego. That's what caring people do, right? So we're going to have to do a little bit more than just say, oh, why isn't everybody talking about it, right? Everyone talking about it's not going to be the solution either. We got to take some actions. There has to be some action, right? It's becoming quite popular to talk about this now because you can't hide dead bodies, right? So it's becoming popular now for people to come out and start talking about this. So, talking is one thing. Taking action is a completely different thing altogether. So I'm not going to be pawned off by, oh, he spoke up about that. Isn't he great? That's not good enough for me. I want to know, well as speaking up, what else did you do? Were you in a position? Do you have wealth? What did you do with that wealth to try and raise awareness? So were you in a position to generate wealth to go out and raise awareness? Because for some people, talking up just wasn't enough. Because some people had the power to talk up and be able to create some actions from that. For some people, talking up was all they could do. Mary down the road, Billy down the road, they've no resources, they have no clue. For them, talking up and going onto the street, that's all they could do, and they done all they could do. For an awful lot of people, talking up was not enough. So I won't be pawned off with some hero because he spoke up. I want to know, well, you're a wealthy person. Like, what else did you do? Did you rent out community halls? Did you make leaflets? Did you try and inform the people in your community? Did you actually put it all on the line? Or did you just speak up in an echo chamber to people that didn't take it? So I'm not into false worship. I want to see people's action. Talk is very cheap, But I would just say to everybody, if we're going to be serious about this now, the content creators talking up about how horrible it is, that's not enough. That's nothing. You need to actually talk to the people that took the injections. And you need to say, anyone out there that took this injection, would you like to come onto my show and would you like to talk to me about that directly? Us talking to each other about it, it's just not enough, right? Talk is cheap, so let's see now. We need to see some action, and I'm all 100% up for it. I'm delighted that this is starting to be talking about, and the fact that it wasn't being talking about, people are starting to look back now and say, we actually made a wrong decision there, not talking about that. So I'm delighted to see that. For anyone that did take the injections out there listening tonight, I just want to tell you that I think you're fucking brilliant. You went into a medical trial for other people. Now, you were lied to. You were absolutely lied to, but that's not your fault, right? That's not your fault. You actually went into a medical trial because you were told.
Hitting Barry there again.
But he is right. He's right in everything he says. People were lied to. And people thought they were genuinely doing the right thing. That they were there and they were trying to save parents or grandparents or children that were sick. And it is the truth. People were lied to.
He's bang on what he's saying as well. That's the key to bringing all these to task, is to get the vaccinations of people together and people that are bereaved.
Yeah.
Get them all together and go at these as a collective. That's the way to win this.
Sorry? The line's very bad. It's very bad, yeah.
See, what are they going to do to the people who took the vaccine speaking out? Are they going to call them anti-vaxxers? They can't. So those people are very, very important to be speaking out.
Yeah.
I can probably do this on your phone.
Yeah.
Could I? Yeah. Do you know what, Paul? I'm going to try and get onto my phone. Actually got wiped last night. I'm going to try and get onto Katrina's phone because I'm actually borrowing her internet to my laptop, and the signal's not great. I'm going to try and go on Katrina's phone where I might get a better signal.
Okay.
I'll
Go on, just jump out and jump back in again.
Thanks, Paul. I'll just bow out for a minute.
No problem, mate. Yeah, go on.
Paul, do you want to stick up those two things just while we're waiting for Barry to come back? Marcus De Bruyne and the screenshots. It'd be just good to pull them up while we're talking about it.
Marcus De Bruyne.
Yeah, I just resent them back over to you. So
I have it here. Only one screenshot, or there's not. There's two.
He needs to learn to stop arguing with me. Sarah even said it to me today. He said, Orla, you're the boss.
I don't mind her, Paolo.
I know you didn't say that first.
He did. He totally agreed with me. And he said I was his favourite.
Orla is correct. Most people we talked to took it to protect others. Yes, they did.
They did.
Well said, Orla.
Thanks, Tracy.
Exactly, Orla. There you go. Right, so hold on. You sent me over Marcus De Bruyne.
Yes, that's the X.
Remember
and
when
then
the
underneath it
mainstream
is
media
two screenshots.
Is this the hydroxychloroquine?
Let me go into it. Hold on a second. It's about the MMR. It looks like that if you can see it. Hold on, which way am I going? There are two screenshots.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just put this one up here. Is that it there, Orla?
Yes, and there's one. Just move over. Yeah, read that first.
Did you know the MMR vaccine was quietly updated with a note that your child should not receive this vaccine if they have a parent, brother, or sister with a history of immune system problems? Why? Because they cause an autoimmune response in children with genetic predisposition to autoimmune disease. Okay, is that this thing here, or yeah?
Yes.
Multiple sclerosis, 64%. Diabetes, 45. Addison's disease, Graves' disease.
But there you have that again. That's not shown to parents. No informed consent is being given out to people.
Wow.
So if you look at the interview that Joe, Ava's granddad, Martin's dad, gave outside the GPO, that sums it up perfectly. He says it. She took it because she thought she was protecting Nanny and Granddad.
Of course she did.
You know what I mean? If you can play that in a while, I know you probably get a chance to play it. Joe was just fucking, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
If we don't get time, Ferg, will you send it on to me on X? Because I can put it up onto I can put it onto our Facebook pages.
Yeah, I'm at the send the Paul on the WhatsApp there earlier, so he has it there.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, it's on the WhatsApp thing, Paolo. But even the first day we met Joe was out, we are doing a thing outside Tala Hospital, Barry and Wake Up Early. And God love him, he had me in fucking tatters that day and I met me tears. It's just horrible, like, but the next few times after I met me, you can see the change and he can see it himself that there's things happening. And these will be brought to task for it.
Hold on there. I wanted to just put this up.
How's it going, Paul? Am I back in? Am I?
Yes,
you're back in, Barry, yeah.
Okay, listen, thanks. I'm just using Corinne's phone. So look, what I was saying anyway about people out there that took the injections, and the reason why I'm showing this data, and where you can get it, guys, if you go to phmpt.org and just search phmpt.org and search for document 5.3.6. Download that document. It's 30 pages. And this is your little bit of evidence that you didn't give informed consent. Yeah, and this is very, very important going forward. I'll talk a little bit about the state put out a story a few months ago to make us believe that like they're doing something for the vaccine injured, but it was all a ruse. You know, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But this document is your little bit of evidence at the moment. This is all you've got is stuff like this, because what's going to happen is they're going to say to you that the time is up now. 2 years is the statute of limitations is up for vaccine injuries after 2 years. 3 years in very rare circumstances, right? So this all needs to be challenged. And you can challenge it with this document here. You can say, oh, hang on now, there was known side effects put into the public domain back in May 2022, and I wasn't told about these side effects. And even if you took the injection before May 2022, these side effects were known since February 2021, and the vast majority of people never. It was only the 80-year-olds they were given back then, February 2021. So stuff like this is evidence for you that you did not give informed consent. Now, even if you're at home there and you're not injured by this injection and you took 2 or 3 whacks and you really regret taking it, you've still got a case here. Even you yourself, you can say, here, you gave me this stuff, and when I went in, I didn't see any of these side effects. I didn't know about any of these side effects, and you know this is all provable information. That's I'm just going to get something up on the screen here if I can. Yeah, in the Irish Times there a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago, there was a story there that Maloney solicitors. I'm just going to see can I pull it up here and I'll see can I read it out to you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Maloney, it's Moloney, Maloney and Co. solicitors. There was a story in the Irish Independent, Irish Times there, that they had 24 injection injured people, and they were like taking a court case for them and all. So, people outside here that are, like us, are a little bit outraged at what's going on, are thinking, oh yeah, great, they're doing something for the injection injured. Like, this is all a ruse. I'm just going to that's doing a little bit of work at Wake Up Air there over the years. She's a little bit burnt out now at the moment, and she's just taking a back seat at the moment, but she can't walk anymore unaided. And Sarah,
You get bounced again?
Yeah.
Barry got bounced, yeah. Barry did.
He did,
Like,
yeah.
I touched nothing. Nothing.
But his internet's not.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's still not great, even though he moved over. But there has to be something. Ferg, you probably will know who I'm talking about. You know that lawyer? He's a German lawyer, Dr. Rainer Fulmich.
Yeah.
He said that they will be held accountable because they didn't disclose the harm that was going to be done, and they knew what harm was going to be done, and they didn't properly disclose it. And seemingly, I think they can be caught on that.
It's all fraudulent. Fraud vitiates everything. Fraud vitiates everything.
Yeah. It actually is all fraud. It is all fraud. I'll just read this letter. So, for you, give people a vaccine injection. This is not a vaccine, it's an injection. We've got to stop calling it a vaccine. That'll really help if we all stop calling this a vaccine. It's not a vaccine, it's an injection. It's an injection. They changed the meaning of the word vaccine to suit this product. Every time we use the word vaccine, we're enforcing their laws. Every time we use the word gender, we're enforcing their laws. Every time we use the word immigration to explain what's going on here, we enforce their laws. So our word usage, we've got to be very careful. We're speaking laws, we're enforcing laws. This thing was never a vaccine. However, people out there injured by the injections, a little bit of hope in the news. Oh, look, they're doing something about it. So some people that have worked with us contacted Maloney solicitors. This is I'm reading back word for word what this girl got back from Maloney solicitors, who was putting himself forward as a hero or a little bit of false hope for the injection injured. Dear Sarah, Thank you for completing your vaccination instruction sheet. And I am sorry to learn about the medical problems you have had post-vaccination in May 2021. Unfortunately, the time limit for presuming a claim for medical negligence in Ireland is 2 years from the date of vaccination. If you are alleged medical negligence, if you are making a claim for an unsafe product, the time period is 3 years. And unfortunately, you have left it too late, in my opinion, to pursue litigation. Please feel free to take a second opinion if you wish from a different firm of solicitors, but that is the law as it stands, and the time limits are against you, I'm afraid. This is the reality. This is the reality. So any bullshit, any people coming out with some bullshit about vaccine injury compensation claim, this thing needs to be addressed. First of all, there is no claim. The time is up. So people who are presenting themselves as heroes for the injection injured, vaccine compensation scheme, and some of these people work. They work in the legal system. They know about these limits. So this all needs to be challenged. The time limit can't be up because you didn't give consent. You didn't give consent. You weren't told about all these side effects before you took the Pfizer injection. So this bullshit letter from this solicitor, this can't hold. We need to challenge this. So it's all right to say, oh, we need a vaccine compensation claim. We need to challenge this. This thing needs to be challenged because we're giving people false hope. That they're hoping that we'll all the people that didn't take the injection and are outraged at what's gone on, that we're just going to buy this bullshit story that, they're going to get compensation. Of course, we want these people compensated. We want them compensated handsomely, but we don't want any more false hope thrown at them. There's Sarah now got her hope up, after 3 years being ignored by her own doctor, people telling her she's mad, and she's presenting herself on the streets with Wake Up Era, letting people see how fragile she's become because of this injection. She reads something in the paper. She gets a bit of hope up. Oh, there's people are going to be my champion. This is the cold letter she gets back. Sorry, you're up. Time is up. We've nothing for you. So this is what we're up against here. It's the greatest evil that has ever been inflicted on humanity. We should never have moved off the subject. It should have been number one subject since 2020. There was no pandemic. No one needed to take an injection. They absolutely medically raped the people of Ireland and the people of the world. We should never have moved away from it. All other issues should never have even been entertained until we had addressed this issue. So it's been very apparent to me over the last few years that there's people in this movement who have been working to get people off this subject. Get them off this subject, right? So these people need not be entertained anymore, right? And the only way you can get rid of a populist is tell him that he's not popular, right? So this was the issue. This was always the issue. If you want to get people to give up on the party narrative of Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, you have to tell them what they actually done. You have to tell them what they done. It's like we're asking people to stop supporting Man United and Liverpool. That's an analogy I use for people that support Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. It's like supporting Man United and Liverpool, and the support has been handed down to you through family generations, from your father, from your grandfather, from uncles, or maybe you didn't like your dad and your uncle supported another team, so you supported them to piss your dad off. The bonds that we make when we support football teams, people won't let go of that bond. People won't let go of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael just because they're performing poorly. People don't give up on Man United just because they don't win anything anymore. The fans have made a bond with this. It's a traditional bond. We need to break that bond. And the only way we're going to break that bond is by telling them how awful the leaders of these parties are. The absolute crime that these people have inflicted on the people. They've medically raped the people of Ireland. There's 25,000 excess deaths. Young people are dropping fucking dead. There's cancers everywhere. What else do we need to be outraged about? What are we even talking about? Fucking basic biology, transgenderism. This is a nothing subject. It's a nothing subject. People are dying. The government has committed democide on their own people. There's no other crime. If you want to get them to give up on the party narrative, because what's happening here is we're all giving out about immigration. 99.9% of the people of Ireland are now opposing immigration only. And they are telling the middle ground that we're all far-right racists, right? That's what they're telling the middle ground. So, because we haven't broke the party narrative, they're still following the party narrative. They're still following RTE's narrative because we're not telling them how awful they are. We have to tell them how awful they behave, that they're killing their own people and they're covering it up. If people can absorb that horrible thing, they're all going to abandon Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. They're going to run away and abandon them. But they're not going to abandon them by us not talking about how awful they've behaved. They're never going to abandon them. There's no 15-year plan to save Ireland here. There's no 15 years political plan. We're moving into a new world order, a one world government. We'd be lucky if we have any elections again ever, the way we're going. So we've got a few more years to tell the Irish people how awful these people have behaved. And it doesn't matter if they don't want to hear it right now because there's no elections right now. There's no elections right now. So we've got nothing to lose by putting 2 million people, 4 million leaflets around the country, telling the people, why aren't we all coming together to make millions of leaflets and tell the people of Ireland how awful these people have behaved? We've nothing to lose now. There is no elections. So, you know, there's no point in playing populism anymore. We've got to tell the people of Ireland how awful these people are. And COVID-19 is the thing that we can prove. And the COVID injections is the biggest crime that's ever been inflicted on humanity. Every single person knows somebody who's been injured by these fucking things. And we won't talk about it. And by us not talking about it, we're on the same frequency as the politicians that are there right now. They won't talk about it. And then we're going around going, we're not talking about it. We're exactly the fucking same as them. We're on the same frequency. We haven't proved ourselves to be better than them. Right? So we have to prove ourselves that we are better. Oh, I'm gone.
No, you're still there. You're still there.
Yeah.
You're still there, Bart. We must have meant up or something. I have to say, a friend of mine said it to me the other day, she'd listen to him all day talking. He's a fountain of knowledge, isn't he?
Yeah,
he knows the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know the gas thing, right? Back a while back, he never publicly spoke, and he was all nervous about, and I don't think about. He's one of the best public speakers I've ever heard in my life because he speaks from the heart, and it resonates with everyone. He just speaks from his heart, like anyone getting up without a script. Once you speak from your heart, you resonate with people, and that's it.
Yeah. This guy is a great speaker. He's spot on. Yeah, I've said it all the time. Those people still got that booster.
Did you get that video, Bart? Did you get that video that I sent you with Joe?
No, I'm not seeing it there.
Yeah, it's on the show WhatsApp.
No.
It's transferred over from Telegram. It's over from Wake Up Air to Telegram.
Oh.
It'll be good on to play.
I'm going to have a look now. Was it on Twitter?
No, I sent it to you on your WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp, the show thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here.
And then I sent you some pictures there as well.
I have the pictures there now, yeah.
Video should be up over the Paula.
Okay.
It's just terrible, Ferg. Ferg, you can't get the
media
staff.
files aren't there. The media file isn't there, Ferg. It's looking at saying there, it's not there. It just says media files and there's nothing there.
Oh.
So what I am going to do, I'm going to just put up the pictures there of Ava, yourself and Martin, because you've been at this for a long, long time, mate. I know you have. So I'm just going to put up these couple of pictures. That's not the first day, is it?
No, that was another day.
There's Martin, yeah.
That's it. A sunflower. The sunflower was Ava's favourite flower, and her favourite colour is purple. So Laurie grew that in the front garden there this year.
Oh, lovely. There's old Tom.
The old Tom.
Tom there too. Oh yeah, I'll send you on that photograph today, Ferg, of you and Tom.
He's an absolute legend.
He is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, he puts the youth of this country to shame. That's Vera, that's Roy Butler's cousin.
Oh, that woman there?
That's Vera, yeah, that's Roy Butler's cousin, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I met that when we went up that day. Joe was up there as well. I met Roy's auntie and his cousins. Just lovely people. But same about was Martin, just absolutely fucking heartbroken and drowning in grief of an unnecessary loss. It's a disgrace. Like
That's Helen, isn't it?
there, Helen, yeah.
Yeah. Justice for Ava.
Andrew Bridgen.
Bridgen.
Yeah.
That's Joe. That's Ava's granddad. That's Martin's father there, Joe in the middle.
Elaine Mullally.
Yeah.
Jason Sims took that picture. He's a brilliant photographer. And it's Drew's in there. Come here, if Drew Cook's there in the thing there tonight and the
He's not there tonight, but Drew does some great work.
come here, mate, and tell you another unsung hero. He's been around for years and documenting everything. They're absolutely brilliant, the lads.
Yeah, they are. Barry's gone off there now. Chris Moore, what's Chris saying? As was said, Barry Stone is indeed a fountain of knowledge. Fair freaking play to himself and everything I Wake Up Era do. I always go out of my way to share their stuff. So do I. We all do. What everything going on, Paul? It's all leading to war and a lot of deaths. Well, lads, we might wrap that up there now because we're going to go on with loads. Do you want? If you can stay on if you want. We've loads of different videos.
While Ferg is here, will you play I've done a reel.
What reel? Where is it? Did you send it to me?
Yes.
Oh, it's just the 157 one with Barry.
Yes.
All right then.
And he rolls his eyes. Listen, I see you. Oh, Lord God.
Okay, let me just download it then. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Paula.
And then I've John Malloy's video, and then I have a couple of other videos. We'll try and get them played before 11:30. And again, just before you put it up, I want to say a massive, massive thank you to everybody today who came up to me and shook my hand and said how much they love the show. So again, we cannot have this show.
Will you asking for me? No. Will you asking for me?
Paul who?
Ooh.
No. In all fairness, they all admitted I was the boss.
Yeah.
But no, again,
I'm good at letting
we
people
can't have the show without our viewers. So again, thank you so much for everyone to pop.
Right, I'm gonna let's just share this here.
Yeah.
Oh, your little reel.
There should be music to that. should have been
fair
music
play.
attached to
That's
that.
Jesus, what? Went on a little bit, didn't it, Orla?
It's less than 2 minutes. Excuse me. It's less than 2 minutes.
I'm joking.
I need
Well,
a new co-host.
guys, let's just go on. Let's just go on and get on with your show. Well, thanks very
Martin,
much for having me on.
thank you very much for coming
No,
on,
thank
mate,
you so much.
and sharing
Thank
your
you.
story with us. And I hope we can talk more.
I'll keep in touch. We'll all keep
Yeah.
in touch, and I'll talk very soon.
Yeah.
Martin,
All right,
thank
God
you
bless.
so much.
Thank you so much. I look,
Cheers,
anything you
mate.
need,
Thanks for
give us a
coming on.
shout.
Right, God bless.
Thanks very much. Take care.
Thank you.
Now, fair play, fair. Thanks very much for getting Martin to come on there now. And I think we got through a load there, didn't we? Jeez, we did. An hour and 45 minutes talking about it. So, yeah, deadly. We done well.
Fair play. Now, do you know what? You always say it, right, Paul? This show is cover fucking everything. And you hack out all. You hack out absolutely obvious because there's nothing these don't leave out, and I can't thank you enough, right? And it's a pleasure and an honour to know you, and I mean that. And everyone in the chat, I know most of them in the chat there, they're absolute, you know what, just no matter what gets thrown at you in this life, for all the people, all the true people that we've met on this journey, I can't thank you enough, and these are all a blessing, an absolute blessing in life. And yeah, nothing God bless the whole lot of you. Very good, bro.
Nothing, God bless.
Fair, guys, sent on that photograph of you and Tom
Take
Moran,
care.
all right?
Cheers, Edinburgh. Cheers, buddy.
Good night. Good night.
Now, fair play. That went very well, I have to say. And it's sad, isn't it? It's really sad, but, you know.
Well, look, it's great that we're able to highlight it because otherwise it's not getting out there, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Will we fly into these videos and just get the few of them done for today? Massive thank you to John Malloy today as well. Fair play to him, like, you know what I mean? Done a good job.
What am I saying there? Hi, Orla, you're a legend. And thank you for your words of encouragement today. Much love, Jay. Yeah.
Thanks, John. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Sarah, who needs a big brother when you just give them a tall picture? Okay. Thanks for sharing your story, Martin. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, thank you. I'll cut bits out of it and we'll put it back out tomorrow. And blessed be Ferg. Blessed be Ferg. Yeah, exactly. John Malloy. That's it. Tracy O'Hanlon. Love you, Ferg. Everyone loves Ferg. Ferg's one of the good guys. Good night, Ferg. Thank you for everything you do. Yeah, fair play. John Malloy is a true patriot. Yeah. Okay. He sure is. Okay, so hold on. So videos, talk to me.
So we've John Malloy's video to play, right? There's Tom Moran's video to play. There's Paul Whelan's video to play, and we need to attach the link, which I've sent to you as well. And then Jake Fitzsimon's video. Now they're quite quick. They're all only a couple of minutes. It's just
Jake Fitzsimon's video. When did you send me that?
I think I did. Didn't I send it to you as well about Jake?
No, I've Colleen Jass.
Oh yeah, there's Colleen Jass there. Yeah. Cora and Paul's wouldn't be that long, and then we need to attach for the Era Eist because I think the vote's this Sunday.
Yeah, that's Paul Whelan. Yeah.
So if we want to just start firing them out.
Okay. Did I pull down John Malloy? I thought I did. Yeah, I did. Right, we play John Malloy and we will come back and talk. Now it's a couple of minutes long, so I'm going to go make a copy.
I cut it a wee bit, just to shorten it down a little bit.
Well, no, there's 8:58 I have here.
No, it's 7:13. It's the one 7:13.
Oh, hold on then.
It's above the reel I did. Yeah, it's 7:30, and it's got the logo up on it.
Okay, hold on then. John Malloy, no. I have to download it again then.
Well, do you want to play one of the other ones in the meantime, just while that's downloading?
Yeah, hang on.
Just fire it out because I know we only have till we can only run till 11:30.
Yeah. JM2. Okay, so let's throw that in there. Yes, I'm going to play Paul Whelan. We'll go with first. Yeah. Okay, the Era.
Yeah, okay. And then will you stick up the link as well?
Have our voices heard. We, the people, will get to have our votes. We, the people,
on the 21st of September, this Sunday, we are opening up a register, a voting register, for every nationalist in the island, all 32 counties, to vote for who you believe is the person that's going to bring us forward and get us out of this mess. We the people, all of us, all 32 counties, we are facilitating a method for you to vote online in the safety and the comfort of your home, where the guards won't be kicking the doors down. We the people, we will stand together. We will stand together as nationalists. We will stand together as one. We will vote for who we believe is the people who is taking care of our communities. We will get to choose. You know who these people are. You know who's working tirelessly, week in, week out, year in and year out. You know who these people are. You know who the people are that come to the rallies. And let us say, John, Anthony Casey is represented here by his representatives. Same with Gavin Pepper is represented by his representatives. But do you know who they represent? They represent us, we the people.
No, they don't.
We have a vote. We have a voice, and we are going to use that voice. Sunday morning, you will get to choose who will lead us. We're going to have the Nationalist Council of Éire. We're going to have the Nationalist Council of Éire, chosen by us, all of us. We get to have our voice heard. Go to airereach.org to register yourself to have your voice heard.
Will you let me speak?
Well, there you go. That was Paul talking about the Air Reach. I can't see that Air Reach thing that I have it there.
Yeah, I sent it. I'll resend it. Hold on. So the vote, as far as I know, is this Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. Sunday,
yes. So say here, I'm just sending it again. Will you stick it up?
Yeah.
So the vote is this Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday, the 21st of September. And
I think if you go on to the X page, I think some people have put themselves forward, but you can vote for whoever you want. And then, yeah. So it's people's choice.
Hang on there. I have it there. Just bear with me. Let me just close that. And I will share this. This is the web page. This is where you have to go if you want to vote. Don't vote for me because I've too much going on at this moment in time.
Yeah, and I'm not running for it either. I said that.
Yeah, www.
We're just concentrating on the media end of things. So
yeah,
we have enough on.
So when you go, you vote for information of Nationalist Council of Éire, and then you go, you get started, you get the alert, you vote, and you log in. You have to log in. There you go. You have to log in. You want to get the alert, you want to vote. So there's your vote there. You have to register, you have to verify, and then you vote. That's how it works. You are a citizen of the Republic of Ireland and or Northern Ireland. You are 16 years of age, which is good, I think, because I think the younger the kids are, the better. You are voting for a fellow citizen of the Republic of Ireland and or Northern Ireland. You agree to be contacted by our team to verify your vote. People, please do this because I'm going to vote. I'm voting.
Yes, yeah.
All my family are voting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah. There it is there. Registration is currently closed. Voting will open on September 24th to 2025 at 8 a.m. Dublin time.
Please because I think you can only vote on the day, but all the information is on the website, so people go in and click. So you can vote for, whatever nationalist you want. It doesn't have to be the person, it doesn't have to be someone in your own county. It can be whoever you think, would be good for the job. So.
Yeah. Your vote is to form the Nationalist Council of Éire. That's what this is. Your vote is not to form a political party. This is not a political party. No. And I've seen other political parties there that are doing that. Again, have you seen it? It's ridiculous, but let's not talk about them.
Oh, never mind with that. Not interested.
Right. I'm going to go with John Malloy. I'm going to go with John Malloy.
Moran.
Okay.
Tom Moran.
Tom Moran. They just send
Yeah,
him
fair
photos.
play to him. Like, honest to God, like he's absolutely brilliant.
Tom Moran's is 8
Yeah.
minutes and 2. We're never going to get through that.
Maybe, we'll just play maybe.
I'll need to pick
4
one.
or 5
I'll need
minutes.
to pick one. I'll go with John Malloy for the minute. Go on.
Yeah. Did you get the one that said?
And I got an awful lot of messages from an awful lot of people saying, oh, you need to unify. Or you need to get Malachy Stevenson on board. Or you need to get Gavin Pepper on board. Or you need to get this one on board. Or that one on board. And I'm sort of going, why? Why? They walk off from the Garden of Remembrance down to another big building that's empty, and they stand there and they're talking to an empty building going, how are you? And everybody goes home very happy. God, isn't it great to meet everybody? But the next morning everybody wakes up and goes, what the fuck was that all about? What did we achieve? Today I feel, even though we're not allowed to go down there and talk to those people, in our own country, on our own street, we're not allowed to go down there because the Garda Síochána, who's an English registered company, for those of you who didn't know, are now putting on a symbolic cap on their head.
They're foreigners.
And they're looking after the left wing, the Antifas. The Antifas don't pay your wages. We do. Remember, we pay your wages. Now I know it may be a tough our life, guys, driving around in a car and pulling people for having no tax on their car, while somebody from a foreign country comes in and rapes a woman somewhere. But you don't worry about that. No, you go after the guy down the road with no tax on his car or a bald tyre, and you bring him in and you make an example of him. Go and make an example of the people that are coming into this country. I'm 64 fucking years of age. And I don't know how many more years I've left in my life.
Loads, John. Loads.
But while the green blood of this country flows in my veins and through my heart and through the Irish people, I will continue to stand here or stand down there with you. Like I like to. Unfortunately, I wanted to have one of these new gadgetry mics that you could walk around the people. But I don't have. Now folks, there are people in there in that doll that we're paying wages for. And they don't give a rat's ass about you. They don't give a rat's ass about the Ashley Murphys of this country that was killed. They don't give a rat's ass about the lads down in Sligo that was butchered. They don't give a rat's ass about me. Are you? None of you. I've called, publicly called, for any member, and by Jesus, enough of them in there, to come out here and say, how are you, John? What can I do for you? What can I do for the people of this country? But no, they go in there and they're sitting in their cushy offices, or they stay in the local hotel that we can't get near, or they go down to the Masonic building and they go through the fucking tunnels underground and they go into the building. They're afraid of us. They're afraid of us. Because, why are they afraid of us? Very simple, because as Paul Pierce once said, we are the risen people. I'm going to revert back to other nationalists in this country. Other nationalists that over this last few weeks I've reached out to. And I said, listen guys, and probably some of you seen my video. I said, listen guys, independently, you're not a bad bunch of lads. You do what you think is right. The plan. I hear so much, oh, we have a plan. Wait till you hear the plan we have. It's great. I'm still fucking waiting weeks, months later for the plan. The plan is very simple.
To destroy our country.
The plan by the government in there is to drive us into the abyss and knock us for 6. Fuck that, I'm not having that. I know I may come across very coarse, like really hard sandpaper to try and scrub down a door till you get a nice glossy paint on it. Yes, I am. I'm hoarse, I'm crass, but I'm fucking Irish. Now I'm asking every nationalist party to come out here, get together. Because this thing of, oh look at there's 3 of us after getting together and we have a plan. Oh, there's one up in Dublin here who's reaching out to others and we have a plan. Singly, you're great. You're doing your own thing. But together, on the one page, out here, we would be fucking unstoppable. You know that, and I know that. The Irish people know that. So I'm putting that out there. As I'm from tomorrow, I want all the national parties to stop the crap. Throw your toys on the pram and get together. Because if you don't, we are in a bad situation. Or are we? When I say are we, I have firm belief. I have firm belief in the Irish people. If I didn't have firm belief in the likes of Orla Donahue, Katie, any of you lads, Corky, if I didn't have, and I know I'm missing names here, but you know what I'm talking about. If I didn't have belief in you, if I didn't have belief in your drive, I would not be here. But you are the people that's driving me. All week long, I've been driven hard by a certain lady, 2 ladies actually here, driven hard to make this work. And I am now publicly saying, girls, without you, I don't know if I would be here.
No.
Very good speech by John.
It was a very good speech by John, but I don't like the way he's calling out people for, I asked them to be here and they didn't come here and they didn't come. Okay, now I know for a fact Anthony has started a new company. We know this, you know what I mean? And he had a job today, and I think he let John know about this. Maybe he didn't, I don't know, but as far as I know, he did. I know Gavin does the school run today. You know what I mean? I do know that. I haven't been talking to Gavin today, but yeah, I do know that. The others, I don't know about. Malachy is probably working as well. I don't know. But in saying that, Malachy was never going to back this in any way. So Malachy wouldn't go to the other one either. He didn't, so I don't know about Malachy, but I can speak for Anthony. I know Anthony was working today because I was actually talking to him today while he was in work.
Yeah, no, I know he was. Yeah, I know.
I couldn't go because of... Listen, I just couldn't go. I'm not going to air here why I couldn't go. So
look, he called out a few people.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but I don't think that's the way. You know what I mean? I don't think we should be calling out people. You know what I mean? He didn't show. There's nothing we can really do about it, and that's the worst about calling a protest. You don't know who's going to show up.
I know.
You just don't know. You know what I mean? And you have to be appreciative of who does stand out. You know what I mean? Not slag off people. You know what I mean? Dublin is fucked. Yeah, I think it is, Adolf. Yeah.
Okay.
We all have school.
Do you want to play Jake's one? It's 3 minutes.
Sorry, Lucky Ordish. We all had school runs today and made the effort. Gavin is actually a taxi driver and he brings autistic kids around. That's the school run I'm talking about. I'm sure it was just his own kids for the school run. He would have got it organised. You know what I mean? But that's okay. As I said, I'm not taking up for anyone. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Bullshit. You are a leader of a national party. You make the effort. I took the day off. Not good enough. Okay, fair enough. But had we not got Díla Heron, people there, had we not got Shinanadina people there, there was somebody there. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe nobody to speak, but I'm sure one of the lads would have spoke if you had asked them to speak. You know, what's that saying? The Protestants brought the blacks and browns. Yeah, well done, John. No, fair play to him. It was a good speech. Fair play to him, and it was rousing. And we do need to get together. But you've all seen how they're trying to get you down. Or I seen you clapping when he said the names.
Well, you see, you couldn't see me clapping because I was standing there filming. So unless I've got another pair of hands, it's physically impossible.
Start calling our kids a lot more. Yeah,
yeah. So, right, come here. Do you want to play, as I said, Jake and Colleen Jas, because they're quite quick videos.
Right. I'll go Colleen Jas and then we go with Jake, right?
And Jake's, yeah, because I know we're running out of time.
Yeah.
People called Sandra have decided to basically form the National Council of Éire. It's not an official election. It has nothing to do with the government, nothing to do with the police, nothing to do with your councillors. Everybody around you has the same opportunity as anybody else. What we want is the people who are out the front all the time, taking all the shit, posturing, whatever way you want to look at it. We don't want them. We want the people at the back, pushing from the back. The people whose ideas get us where we are today. People like John Malloy, people like the people in your communities who are bringing you here today. That's who we want up the front. So you have an opportunity now. You don't have to vote for somebody in your county. You can vote for anybody nationwide, and that includes the North. This council will be formed, so have your say. We already have 12 people who have declared. A lot of them are outside of our group. This has gone nationwide already. Have your say.
It's time for war.
Hang on a second. So this is not an official election, as I said. It has nothing to do with the government. You literally go onto the website eiraarish.org and you vote for whoever you want to see on this council. Those people are now responsible to the people in their county, and they will be held accountable if they do not do what they are asked to do or what they are voted in to do. They will be held accountable by the people under them who got the next few votes, who are waiting to get into that council. If you are not leading from the front or pushing from the back, we don't need you, we don't want you. If you cannot raise your voice for Ireland, don't raise it into staying at us either. This is ridiculous. It is time for people to stand up and take control of their voices. And the only way that is done is by electing 64 people to go head to head with that doll. And we all know, if we got 64 representatives from any community, you could stand on a platform and say, we'll take any of your ministers against any of our lads in a debate. And you tell me what the public will think then, when our needs are put first. That's what they need to hear, and that's what we need to push out. So it's as simple as that. Log on to Éire Arish on Sunday. Vote for who you want to see from your community put forward. And then push them. Make them accountable. Bring your thoughts to them. Bring your fears. Bring what you want to see in your community. And if they do not do what they're supposed to be doing, that's the end of it. And we have one less, whatever, to worry about. And the real community, the real people pushing this actually get a say. But it's not going to work with all the infighting and all the crap. And as far as I'm concerned, something like this shows you who people are. See, it shows you. If you put yourself forward, you have a want for this country. You know, and it's not going to be just everybody voting. We'll just say, for argument's sake, Anthony Casey. I want to see who's behind Anthony Casey. I want to see who's behind Justin Barrett. Who's giving them all these ideas.
Fair play to Colleen. Fair play to her. She's a good girl. Barry's just saying she's a good speaker. She is a good speaker. Fair play to her. She speaks from the heart. Mm-hmm. Again, as we said earlier, Ferg said it as well. You stand up. None of this shite with your paper, your ChatGPT bleeding speech. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. If you can't speak from the heart and know what you're talking about in your own brain, you're not worth your salt. That's my opinion. And I think it's the opinion of everyone else. John Malloy, God bless you all, and thank you, Paul. I appreciate your voice 100%. All a legend to everyone that attended today.
Sean.
Thank you. John, you're welcome. You know you are. I push this for you all the time. Fella stabbed to death in North Strand. Oh my God. Jesus, no. Oh no. This is just that they're coming into me there. Thanks very much, whoever sent that in to me. Just I'm gonna open this. I was just about to show the North Strand there as well, by the way. But I'm just going to share this. This is just that they're coming in. So let's just play this. I'm only 8 seconds long. This is North Strand. That's right at the flats. That's right at the flats there in North Strand. So if anyone knows any more, come back to us there and let us know how that's going on there. But I have a picture I want to share because is that it? No, hang on. Let me get it. There, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. This is my good friend Brian Garrigan. Irish Lives Matter. Good old Brian. Fair play to him. This is Brian's shop. Brian is Brian is the computer doctor. That's his company there. You can see it right at the end there. You can just see computer on the right there. Computer doctor. And that's his house. And look what he put. Isn't that brilliant? Is that tricolour just amazing? Fair play to him.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it really does. But fair play, Brian. Well done, mate. Head and go bra. But yeah, okay. Are we going to get to this again? Jews hate Orthodox and Catholics much more than Protestants. James Larkin Flats. That's where it is, Flame Chef, is it? Okay, let me see what it has Twitter on it. We might have something up on Twitter. I just want to do this as well. A friend of mine passed away yesterday. You knew her too. And
I did. Oh, yes, really Melissa O'Neill.
Yeah. Really sad, yeah.
I never met Melissa now.
I did, yeah. I met Melissa a few times. Melissa was the one who, she was on my, for me to get into the IFP, my interview to get in as a candidate, yeah. So there she is there, Melissa O'Neill, 1970 to 2025. Oh, God. She was 54. She was younger than me. Fair play to her. Rest in peace, my beautiful mother, who sadly passed away tonight, surrounded by loved ones. She was strong till the end. She was a strong woman, all right. She was Sinn Féin councillor, then she was IFP. She was a sitting Sinn Féin councillor, then she was IFP, and then she was out on her own then as well. A big staunch advocate of Michael Leahy, very good friend of Michael Leahy's. So, God bless Melissa, rest in peace. If we get the funeral details, we will put them up as well. I haven't got them there now at the minute, but rest in peace, one. Yeah. It's actually Ferg sent me that. I've seen it yesterday myself. Okay, we've another video there. Hang on. Have you seen the Misha Era? The new Misha Era thing?
I didn't get much of a chance. I've briefly seen it, but I didn't get much of a chance to take a look at it. R.I.P.
Melissa. Someone saying vaccine. No, I don't think Melissa was vaccinated. I think it was cancer, to be honest with you. I think she...
Yeah, no, I heard it was cancer as well.
Melissa had cancer years ago and she was... I think she beat it. I think she was in remission. I think... I'm not going to comment on it. I don't know that much about it, but I do remember telling me she had cancer. So, Jesus, God bless her. Martin Murphy, very sad about Melissa. She was a powerhouse. Rest in peace. She was a powerhouse.
Well, Martin, how are you? Assuming you're back in Kerry.
How could you defeat a man like this, as Irish as they come, no matter how much propaganda you put out? Yeah. Martin, how did you get on today? No chance. We know our land way better than them. Yes. Liverpool is a Protestant club. Hey, get over it. You know, I'm a Catholic. So, Adam, you don't want to learn politics. You want to learn. Okay. Right. I'm going to go with...
There's Jake's video there.
Right, we go with Jake there. We go with Jake and then we come back. So we're nearly fit.
Okay.
Only a few minutes, yeah. Okay, go on.
Back more than anyone. I'll start off with housing. So I would say today's housing issues regarding rent and property ownership stem from, if we're being honest, the fact that about a quarter of our lower house national representatives are landlords or operate rental properties. Now, people would say this is a conflict of interest. I would say it's a conflict of character. The issue isn't the fact necessarily that we elect people who are also landlords. It's that we elect officials who are greedy, selfish and have no appreciation for those who put them in their place of privilege and power and wish to give back. The government grossly exaggerated pre-election housing estimates, saying that 60,000 houses had commenced production. But that means nothing when there is absolutely no basis as to what actually counts as meaningful construction. Or, like for example, I could put a 2x4 and a brick before me and call that a meaningful construction. And then give myself a well-earned pay rise and a lovely summer break. Well earned, guys, well earned. Immigration. Whenever some of our natives are able to gather up the money to purchase themselves a home, they're readily given away, often without any consultation, to foreign nationals. Invaders! Who are often just off the boat at that. Our Minister of Justice, Jim O'Callaghan, says that he finds no issues with the streets of Dublin in regards to immigrant crime. I'm absolutely shocked that a 6'5" government official with armed security is not afraid of his safety. Has it occurred to him that the vast majority of Irish citizens are in fact not that? The Department of Justice before him was run by a woman who, despite being representative from Meath, saw the number of Gardaí in Meath go down every single year she was in office, and currently Meath has the lowest amount of Gardaí per capita of all the counties. And she now serves as the Minister of Education, in charge of the most vital aspect of any country, which is the youth, where she continues to push with more fervour every year this ridiculous radical left appeasement and gender politics ideology. I'm sure a policy that has absolutely nothing to do, I'm sure there's no relevance whatsoever to the fact that her husband Paul Hickey is a senior executive at a company called AbbVie, which specialises in the production of puberty blockers.
Scumbag.
Follow the money is right.
What a ring from?
Sorry?
What a ring from?
I'd just like to thank everyone so much for coming out here today. As you know, I'm a college student myself, and it's difficult there. College is, a lot of people my age have been led the wrong way. I'm trying my best to do what I can. I attend all these events. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all. Right. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming out.
Good job, Jake. Well done. Well done.
I'm back, but look, I had to go to the card. Yeah, it's the same colour as me.
I know. Oh God.
But Jake, he's doing good work too, isn't he? Fair play.
He did, yeah. No, he did a good job. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Yeah. I know. Do you know something? It was brilliant today. Like, it was a long day. Do you know what I mean? But it was great because, like, there was a great atmosphere. You know, everyone was in good spirits, and it was just lovely to see everybody. You know what I mean, as well. And then it was a race back to try and get the train back to Carlow, try and upload, edit videos, get everything ready. And it literally was finished at 10 to 9.
Yeah. You sent me a recording of a lady you spoke to.
Oh, yes. I spoke to this lady today. Yes, play this. She has started Trinity College. She actually stopped me and said it to me.
Let me see, can I... Okay, I'm just going to see, can I pull her in there? I'm going to play Stephen Kerr here, right? Okay, Misha Era. This is something that's popping up today.
Yeah.
An error record there. Okay, don't worry about it. We play Stephen and we come back and I'll sort that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have 2 more videos as well that needs to be played before we finish up.
Yeah, okay. No problem, boss.
Misha Era 2, the Samhain Sessions, honouring our ancient past and exploring the horrors that we face in today's Ireland, with plenty of crack and cool along the way. But it wouldn't be Misha Era unless somebody was trying to shut it down. Yep, it started. The Irish Independent have begun their promotion of the event. Thank you very much. And check out what Suzanne Delaney had to say in response to this article by Oisin McGovern. The link is in the comments below. And as well as that, one of the main individuals involved in trying to shut down the event in Castlebar last month has this week served myself and Suzanne with a civil summons, seeking a restraining order because they're in fear of their life, if you can believe that. Anyway, things are set up nicely for Misha Era 2. Really looking forward to seeing you all back in Castlebar on Saturday, the 1st of November, back in the Ivy Tower Hotel. And please, I encourage everybody, try and get your tickets early because last time out, there was a lot of people disappointed. We are limited with space, so please get your tickets early and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Brilliant. Misha Era 2. Misha Era 1 was a great success. Fergan always there at it too. And listen, we head down for that one. That could be a good one. That could be a good weekend away in October. No show on the Sunday night. I might build that weekend off, Orla. Okay, so don't try and sneak in.
All right, I'll get Martin. He did a great job the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, come on, let's get these last two done before we finish up. So I've just resent them there to you. One is Dr. Tom Clonan, and he's talking about what's going on with disabled teens, males ending up infertile. So this has just come out in the last couple of days. It was sent on to me.
And then we have Kat.
And then Kat Nolan, because I want to talk about this to do with the halal meats.
Look, that's great. What's this doctor's name?
No, it's Dr. Tom Clonan. Sure, he's a senator.
Okay, hold on. Open.
Pretty sure it's the same guy. Yeah, he's a senator.
Yeah, well, let's share that and we'll talk about it in a minute. No, we won't back down. No, we won't.
I agree that it is an outdate, but do you think that Ireland even meets the criteria of the medical model? I received a report this morning, a secret report that CHI have been suppressing, and it shows clearly that between 5 and 80 disabled boys have become infertile due to a lack of urological intervention. That is sterilisation. And that has been done on the watch of CHI, and these are issues that I have raised on the floor of the Seanad last year. The Minister has been aware of this. We're a state that allows disabled children to become inoperable on the spinal list and now infertile. Disabled boys becoming infertile. Is that not an international scandal? Does that not put us in the same, like we don't even meet the criteria of the medical model, never mind the social model?
Wow. Infertile.
Yes, because underneath it says Ireland allows disabled teens, men and women, to become infertile on urological wait list, defective sterilisation, increased risk of bowel, renal, prostate and cervical cancer.
Oh my God.
In Aris 2025, no vote for Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael candidates on abject government record on disability rights. So he brought that and I put it up on Facebook yesterday.
Wow. So
like this is it's just getting beyond a joke now. It really is.
I'm just going to read this from Barry Stone. Barry, wake up, Barry. Sorry I got cut off earlier. Barry, there's no problem. Listen, don't worry about it.
It's not his fault.
It comes and goes. It comes and goes. And thanks for the opportunity. I wish Martin and his family all God's loving comfort. To anyone that wants to see the first batch of the Pfizer data, go to mpt.org and search for document 5.3.6. Page 7 shows the deaths. Page 12 shows that they knew about the dangers for pregnant women. The back 9 pages are the known side effects. No informed consent was given. This is the evidence needed. Okay, Barry, you're more than welcome, mate. We're going to do this again, and we're going to bring people on. We put aside an hour one Friday evening or something, Barry, and we'll come on, myself, yourself, and we'll bring on a few vaccine injured people that we know, and we'll have a chat about it. Because the more people see this and know this, that's the best, you know?
Yeah.
And Barry Stone, again, for more information, go to wakeupera.com and search Pfizer data. Wake Up Era are doing great work. Ihan Margot dinner we on Auckland morning.
Thanks, Judy.
Yeah,
right, do you want to throw Kat's video till we talk about that before we go?
Kat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's a couple of people.
Hey, okay, so I got a response too. I'm going to put it up now, and then I'm going to put up what else I've looked up. So this is the response I got. Pause to read. It says there that I can confirm Dunnes Stores do not use fresh meat products which have been slaughtered by halal methods. But hold on. So the block layer sent me this. So there's the codes there for halal certification, right? That your man Dr. Umar does. Then I went into Dunnes myself to check the codes, and there they are, there, 367 EC. And then there's another one with the same codes. Okay, so go back to that picture and look. And then I went on to ask my favourite bot, for something to be halal certified, does it have to be halal slaughtered? Hold on. And I got this. So pause to read that too. So yes, halal certified meat must be slaughtered the Islamic way. And hold on for the final. There where it says the blue tick, the bottom line, halal certification always requires the Islamic method of slaughter. So basically they're lying, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to send them all this tomorrow in an email, and we'll see if I stand to be corrected. I'm always open to correction, but I've yet to meet anyone who's done it yet properly.
Cat's deadly.
So, I put this out on Facebook, and then Kat had a video out at the same time as well, because the block layer had it out on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So the codes are included, and of course Dr. Umar is involved in it. So a couple of people were messaging me, so that's to do with lamb, and they asked me, is it only those two codes? And I said, I'm not 100% sure. That's the information we have. A couple of people were asking me, is it beef as well? So I messaged Kat, and she said she didn't know. But we do think it could be involving chicken as well. So all I can say is just, check your labels. But you see, even writing to Dunnes, you could say, well, write to Dunnes. They're now denying it and saying, well, it's not. It's not halal meat. But sure, Kat has the...
It is. It is, yes, the codes are there. I've seen it down in Lidl's. It's in Lidl's as well.
Yeah, I know.
Seen it in Lidl's.
Yeah. But, so... what was I going to say? So look, just check your codes, but more than likely, it's probably not just chicken as well.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
It's all done in it. Yeah, and El Kadri is the man who's pushing it.
But this is also going on in the schools as well, so you need to be checking with your schools as well. What meat are they serving there as well?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I've told you this already, and I've said it a bit before. I have not an email there, but I have documents there that I know for a fact that the meat going into these IPAS centres is not halal. And I know one particular centre in Athlone that your man is stamping it himself, that the owner is stamping it himself and pretending it's halal meat. So there could be a mutiny in Athlone in the next couple of days because they're not getting halal meat. But the way that's slaughtered and all that, that's inhumane. Like,
there's no stunning. Honestly, I mean, I've seen the videos. It is absolutely vile and disgusting.
And let them bleed out. That's what they do.
They cut their throats while they're fully conscious.
And the animal, but the animal tenses up then, and the meat is hard. It's not tender meat. You know what I mean? It's
Horrendous.
not.
It's absolutely horrendous. Like, to watch the videos, it would just make you sick. It really would.
Derek Domino made a video with Jana London on the halal meat. You'll find it
Yeah,
on
I
YouTube.
haven't
It's
seen
very
that
good.
yet.
I watched it.
Yeah,
I
didn't
watched
get
it.
a chance to see
Very
it.
good. Very good. Just go to Derek Domino, and I think
Yeah.
it's his last video. It's really good. Really good.
There's just not enough. There's not enough hours in the day, Paul, to watch everything and do everything.
Class action lawsuit might get the truth out there. Yes, and freedom of information requests. Allah Lucifer Akbar is the Antichrist. Yeah. James Bond, they're taking away the art of the insult from our culture. Go ahead, insult me if you want. Let's don't start fighting, please. We hit 1,000 there, people. We hit 1,000. There you go, 1,000. And what I'm going to say is there, follow Wake Up Era. Go to wakeupera.com and you'll get all your information that you need there.
Did you put up the Era 8 voting thing? Yeah, you put that up, did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I showed it a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
wakeupera.com info, and you can email them at info@wakeupera.com. And if you go onto the Wake Up Era website, you can donate to Wake Up Era as well to help them out with their leaflets and everything else, because nobody gets any money from this. I know for a fact Barry Stone, whatever money goes back in there, every penny goes back out of there on leaflets and whatever else they need to do what they do.
Yeah, I know.
It's not cheap traveling around the country doing this, you know what I mean? And it's not cheap getting these leaflets. And I know for a fact he has paid out of his own pocket for lots of these leaflets, you know? And Barry is a man who designs leaflets for lots of people as well. So great work, Barry. Fair play to you. So if you can donate to Wake Up Era, please do. And if you would like to buy us a coffee, please do. You can buy it at Stripe at da-da-da-da-da-da. You can also get us at Revolut at Paul7S2SQ. If you could, people, because we need to keep this show on the road as well, because I think we're the only ones that are talking about anything, aren't we, Orla?
I know. So, but this is what I mean. Like, there's just, like, literally today, you know, as I said, it was racing home to get the train, to get back, to try and get everything edited, you know, which all takes time. Thanks, Ferg. To get everything up. And like, as I said, I literally only finished at 10 to 9 because it was just that crazy. I haven't even, luckily enough, I when I do my social media, I do it for a few days because I wasn't looking, you didn't even have a chance to look at X today.
Yeah.
I barely have a chance to probably look at X tomorrow because I have to try and catch up. So luckily enough, as I said, I kind of planned for a couple of days so that I've posts up and ready to go, because it's just, there's so much information out there you cannot keep. You just can't put it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and like, anyway, I don't like X. I think X just it's great for, you get a news article, gone off it again, and that's it.
Well, we're talking about Ferg put up there. Thanks very much for whatever. I have a video there that I was going to play it earlier. It's Ferg's video from today. It's only a minute long, but it really gets the point across.
Okay.
How's it going, everyone? The little girl on this board, Mouse is now her name, Tavo William. She should have been 17 on the 10th of March this year. Instead, she's 3 years gone today. And in the words of her father, she was murdered by Pfizer and it was sanctioned by the Irish state. Alright? Over 25,000 in excess mortality in this country. Not to mention the people that are left without any quality of life whatsoever. Alright? And not many people are speaking out about it. So I'm saying to people today, there are big platforms over here. We all know about illegal immigration. We see it in our faces every day of the week, alright? All these illegal immigrants we sent home, this little girl is never coming home again, alright? Start speaking up and start speaking out. The fucking monsters in that door that pushed it, and pushed that poison, alright? Justice for David, justice for all.
Yes. Well done, Frank.
Brilliant.
Fair play, Ferg.
I couldn't even, as I said, I couldn't even get a chance to take the video of Ferg because I was trying to get photographs with Tom Moran and Corky and John Malloy. And then when I turned around, Ferg was finished. I was like, oh no, I didn't even get a chance to get the video.
James Bond. Paul, that was very insulting. Sorry, James Bond. I didn't let me go back up there and read it then. Hold on. I didn't see it there. This is here. James Bond says they are taking away the art of the insult from our culture. Go ahead, insult me all you want. I love insults. I love insulting people. No one can insult me on here. Okay, is that the one you wanted me to read out? Because I'm not seeing any more. Okay. So there you go. Tom Garvin. Christians should not eat meat sacrificed to false god. This was an issue in the fledgling church also. They say Muslim prayers over the slaughtered animals also. I certainly don't want to eat meat offered to a pagan god. A lot of people won't,
have we got time? It's only 1 minute 17 to play that recording.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Will I resend it down to you?
No, I have it here.
Okay. So this woman approached me today and she just started orienteering in Trinity College, and this is what she witnessed.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to play that now. Okay, there's only just sound, okay?
Yeah, no, she didn't want to be recorded. So
okay,
I just did a voice clip with her.
Yeah, brilliant. Fair play to you, Orla. I'm going to play this here.
I'm here with a lady who started in Trinity College during the week, and she's orienteering, and this is what she has noticed.
I started in college yesterday. I'm going to be studying in the sciences. When I went into the college yesterday, I noticed there was different student unions set up for every single political party in this country, bar a nationalist movement. I noticed the People Before Profit table. I also noticed a Workers' Party table, which had a lot of communism and Marxism propaganda on their table. Now I've decided that I will go in and I will be setting up a nationalist movement in there at some point.
And you said one of the tables was People Before Profit.
People Before Profit, and like that, a lot of propaganda, a lot of talk about migrants and immigrants and how they were for it, the usual crap. But I'm in there now to shake things up a little bit, hopefully. Please God.
Well, fair play to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Listen, thank you so much for coming today.
Problem.
Lovely to talk to you. Thank you.
And you too.
Fair play. Yeah, well done. Well done. Okay, all right. I think that's us now for tonight. We got through a good bit tonight, and I know it took up an hour and a half, lads. When I say it took it up, we needed to talk about it. We needed to get the word out. So thanks to everyone who tuned in tonight. Fair play to everyone. Fair play. We hit the 1,000. We're just gone over the 1,000 there now.
Yeah.
Orla, thank you very much. I will drop you down and I'll talk to you in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It's been emotional.
No problem. Okay.
Okay. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Martin O'Brien and Fair Power for coming on and Martin telling the story. I'll cut it out and I'll post it up on the channel there now tomorrow. So thanks very much, everyone. And like I say, every night we're finishing up here. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night. God bless. Thanks to Barry Stone from Wake Up Air as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night and God bless. Take care.